I just gotta make sure. Oh, we live.
And we live. Oh, let me put my headphones on. Yeah, I'm sure. Y'all need y'all headphones on.
I'm
I have my
always.
headphones
I be
on.
like I be at church.
Everybody sound good.
I sound like me. Everybody.
All right. Welcome to the New Normal Podcast, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today, we finna talk about colorism. And as y'all can see, it's strategic how I got everybody set up at the table, light to dark.
Yes,
We
sir. Team dark skin. Finally.
team dark skin. We got black as oil.
Yes, sir.
We got caramel pie.
What
And
you
we
make?
got house nigga on the end.
Hey, wait. Can I go? Can I change my color?
Really?
Change your color.
I want to be black like Snickers. You
Black
know.
like Snickers.
Yeah. He
But
ain't
Snickers
going
aren't
nowhere.
even that dark though.
I'm not really that dark though.
But on camera, you
All right, but I'm Snickers dark. You know, he ain't going nowhere for a while. Grab a Snickers. You feel me? That's me.
I don't think that's their ad though.
Snickers?
That's
who phone playing?
That is
Oh,
Snickers.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying India's playing us.
That is Snickers. Google it. You're not going nowhere for a while. Grab a Snickers.
And while y'all on there, if you on there, share the video to y'all page.
Like, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. So today we're talking about colorism.
Yeah.
And y'all make sure y'all share it to y'all Facebook pages before we get started.
Oh, let me do that right now. I'm gonna introduce myself.
So while y'all doing it, go and introduce yourselves. You go.
Oh,
start
ladies first. Ladies first. I ain't gonna be rude.
They was texting. So
go ahead, ladies. Introduce yourself and give y'all handles. I'm like the co-host.
I can hear a reverb.
Yeah, it's my phone.
That's why he said turn them on.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is India. My Instagram is at RHAE of Beauty MUA. That's Ray of Beauty MUA. I am 34. I'm from Birmingham, but I work based in DC. And yeah, I'm a Pisces.
She's very much a Pisces. Y'all have met me before. I'm Cara, middle school teacher extraordinaire, moving to the library in the fall. Capricorn, and
Hey, y'all heard? I might need a job.
Technically, my job is filled, but I'm sure I can get you. I'm sure I can get you on though.
I got you. We're gonna have to talk about that off camera, but y'all know it's the one and only Vic Jones. If you know Sid, you know me. Most of my handles are Fantastical Jones, but I think I'm trying to change that because I don't live that lifestyle. And my Twitter,
not Boaz. Boaz don't live that lifestyle no more.
Straight up. But anyway, my Instagram is Mr. Victor Gabriel. Yeah, that's it.
We gotta get him a plaque so he can just put it on the counter next time.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, I'm the co-host, so yeah, I need all that.
I don't know how to do it.
I linked it myself.
I don't think I shared mine.
Yeah, Mr. Victor Gabriel. Dot Victor Gabriel.
if y'all can, don't share the YouTube link.
Oh, don't share your Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
share
hold
the
on.
YouTube link.
Well, can you do it to me? Because I don't know how to do it.
I'm finna send it to you right now.
Oh, hold on.
You subscribe, right?
Oh yeah, shout out to the World Games in Birmingham right now.
It's stuck. My phone.
Straight up.
That's
If you in Birmingham, go support the World Games.
I actually went to see the karate.
Today?
No, yesterday at Birmingham Southern. It was different, and it was kind of.
I wanted to go see the sumos, but like it's sold out.
Yeah, it's been sold out.
Yeah, but I feel like
know.
anything with Birmingham, go support. If y'all ain't in Alabama, come check us out. We World Games for like the next 2 weeks. Lupe Fiasco is supposed to perform tonight. Big Boy gonna perform on Wednesday. They got some other acts. We got some things that's not in the Olympics that they trial and error. So y'all come out and support Birmingham. Oh yeah, we got a G League team too, and we're gonna have a preseason game. Shout out to the squadron. None of these people paying me, so I guess I need to start doing this, but it's all free advertising.
Until it's money, we won't need to be advertising.
All right, we'll support Birmingham.
Just support Birmingham.
Yeah, show us love. We number 3 on the murder rate, but it's time for a change.
You can't say support Birmingham.
I'm just telling you, look, we can change, man. If we got more stuff to do, we ain't gonna have time to kill nobody.
You think so?
I guess so, niggas. I mean,
they do say idle hands at the devil's playground, but
I just feel like if this would have happened 10 years ago, Birmingham would have been competing with Atlanta.
Think so?
Yeah.
If we got in the airport, we definitely would have been. But
I mean, but I like Birmingham Airport. Real, it's dope to me because you can't miss your flight. You may pay $100 more, but if you miss a flight in Birmingham, you're tripping. It only takes like 20 to 30 minutes to
that
get
is a
anywhere.
very valid point though,
Like-
because like I'm one of those people that I will literally show up to the airport 45 minutes before I'm supposed to get
I
on the
love-
plane, and like I will sprint to the plane. But I get it. I've never missed a flight out of
I've
Birmingham.
never missed one out of Birmingham, but I missed plenty from Atlanta. So I'm just saying, I love, like, if I got the money, which we'll say after this year, I'm gonna always fly to Birmingham. After this year, I'm gonna quote y'all. Can quote me on that. Everywhere I fly
Yeah,
after
it's
this
better.
year.
It's definitely better to fly to Birmingham.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like that 2-hour drive to Atlanta. 2
True.
hours.
Yeah, it's the
But bro,
worst.
the money, the scheme, and then like layovers, because you can't fly to Birmingham to nowhere, but like Houston, it's like probably like 16 cities you can fly to out of Birmingham, and you can't fly Southwest. And I love Southwest because I need the baggage.
See, I like American because American gives you free baggage. But like,
And I don't know if I might have flew with them before, but I most times Southwest.
I don't think you'd be comfortable on American though, because like they got real, like their seats real close together, and you kind of lanky. Like,
Well, at the end of the day,
we
we can't talk about none of them because y'all said no free advertising.
Y'all
So
still talking about it.
my bad.
hey,
And I don't know if y'all know this about podcasts, but when you have a title on podcasts,
we supposed to stick to that topic. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm not saying that, but monologuing through is cool. But if people tune in, they click for colorism.
okay, my bad.
And you talking about plane flights?
My bad. My
They
bad,
gonna
I
people.
was
click
wondering
off.
that, but I didn't want to say anything.
I feel like, but when it comes to podcasts, I feel like even though you have a subject, like usually all the podcasts I watch, they have like a.
No. You're right, but they don't start off like that.
That's true. We haven't actually gotten to like the actual like topic that we supposed to be on.
7 minutes in.
Okay,
And as
my
someone
bad.
with ADHD, I really,
So
Absolutely.
that's so the monologue is not bad if it's like through the podcast, as long as we
Ah.
kind of like try to stick on the topic. Because
My bad, bro. I'm a
Good.
bad co-host.
I'm just saying I'm trying to be rude, but
I got you. So who? Well, once again, I'm gonna get to the. You want to strike it up with the title, but I was gonna let the ladies go first, and then
I was gonna read something.
Oh, go ahead, handle that.
So one of the things that I'm gonna read right now is. So hold on, let me find it. So I don't know if y'all watch P Valley. Some people do. Do y'all watch P Valley?
I do not. I'm a lame.
I don't really like P Valley.
I haven't
for a
watched
lot
it.
of
I've only
reasons.
watched one episode of the new season.
I am
But-
current. Okay.
But Mississippi basically had wrote a thing about colorism, a tweet, and I'm gonna read it. It said, "I thought it was very true to life for me. Anyways, I've been told to my face by dark-skinned black men I've dated that lighter women were more beautiful simply because they were lighter. Now he doesn't respect everyone, but it wasn't the last time I heard a man say that." Then she commented down below. It says, "But anyways, brown girls, I love y'all. I love us. We do not need anyone to validate how special or beautiful we are." So what do y'all think about that?
I agree.
Absolute facts.
I feel like it don't matter what color you are, brown, light, caramel, whatever. It's beautiful women in all spectrums, and
Do-
beautiful people. Put it
do-
like that.
Do lighter skinned women get more play than dark skinned women?
I would say yes, but I say that's for
why
men
y'all-
too, though. That's for light skinned
You
dudes.
think so?
Like even if you go back and look at like Arthur Ashe or like niggas that was doing stuff in history, I think outside of boxing, like most of them niggas like the Frederick Douglass, like all them
Frederick
niggas look
Douglass
mixed.
wasn't light skinned.
The nigga was mixed. What are you talking about?
Frederick Douglass was light skinned.
Yes,
Let me go look at a picture of Frederick
yes.
Douglass.
Like most of these niggas was light skinned, bro.
But I mean,
that's
that
just
goes-
black and white.
Yeah, but like that.
But that's
also
still
goes back-
light skinned if you're black and white.
That's true, but like
No, she
that
said the
goes-
pictures
The
are black and
picture-
white.
Did they have color photography?
Nah, but that nigga light skinned
How would you know if it's black and white?
because they had colored pictures back then, don't they?
Did
No,
they?
I'm
No,
saying,
I
like-
don't think
Like I'm
so.
saying, not like the physical picture is like not taken in color, but I'm saying, don't
You
we
can-
got this day and age
they
where you
blend.
can
I mean,
like,
you can
every
color-
picture.
you can
Well,
color-
he might be mixed, but every picture I ever seen of him was
like
black
you
and
can
white.
color,
even-
like you can colorize it, yes, but like that don't mean we got the colors
Yeah,
right because we
look,
weren't there.
You
All
got
the
two
people
pictures
dead.
right here,
yeah.
but one of them light and one of them dark as hell.
See, the one
So
I
that's-
seen, he ain't look like that. He looked like the nigga
So
to the
that's
side,
what-
but he was light skinned.
That's what I'm saying. Even the ones that they have of him,
And the color ones, he look
he
brown.
look black as hell.
Oh well, look, I'm just gonna say I thought
See,
that.
then look at this Frederick Douglass picture. He like a white man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, every picture, he just looked like a black ass nigga to me from Black and White. But
Yeah. But I feel like most of them was all light skinned too. So I feel like it's both sides, men and women.
I feel like from what I've seen, we had with the men, it coming fast. I think with women, it's always kind of been like
Light bright.
light, then it go from there. But with men, you have a thing where you'll have like a
Like
just
the
think about
Wesley
acting,
Snipes
like
Yeah,
generation.
Wesley
Snipes,
Morris
I got you.
Morris
Chestnut.
Chest. Like
But
you'll have a fad, then you'll have a
But
thing
them-
where
They're
you'll have
looked at as like a mandingo, or like they're kind of fetishized. Like dark skinned people, I feel, when of course they're attractive and everything, but sometimes people like they get fetishized by it. Like the white women like dark skin dudes because they don't want a mixed person, because they're like, I think they're dating black men to make a statement.
You think so?
She will go. She will go to her grave with this statement. Like I've known her for years. Like she will go to her grave. With
I feel like sometimes it's the opposite attracts.
love
type
is
thing.
love.
I don't believe love and love, but
I'm just saying, like, when, especially my experience with going to an all-white school, when the white girls dated black dudes, it was to piss their parents off or to rebel, or like
they just couldn't like them.
Because they were like the lead of the football team. I mean,
like it's not just
like
they weren't dating
yeah.
just like the average like black kid in the
Yeah.
class. Like it was somebody
You
like
had
an
to-
athlete.
It
I
had to
can't-
have a
But that's high
status.
school though. Like I went
And
to
I
college.
think-
I went to a predominantly white college, and it
I
wasn't
think
like
dark
that.
skinned men look for white women, like rich men. Like look at the NBA. How many chocolate men are with white women?
But you gotta think of the
hold on, you can't use that, because the thing is the popular men, the ones that they put in front, they are with white women, but typically in the NBA,
yeah, LeBron.
But also you
Dwayne
got to
Wade,
think
all
of
them
going to
niggas.
college. If you go, like I went to Auburn, but it was like
Where choices were made.
90%
Both
white,
sides. We went to
80%.
Alabama, so.
But I'm saying, like, if 80% of the people you see are white and you're an athlete, what percentage of those girls do you think gonna be black? Like, if Auburn was 8%
so you're
black,
saying they got little small
It has
options.
to do with
Yeah.
just the demographic.
yeah, I think that's a part of it. Cause like, if I'm going to Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio, like most of the girls I'm seeing is white.
But
And like,
the thing is, white people outnumber black people anyway.
but I'm
in
just
the
saying,
general sense.
I'm just saying, like, when you say athletes, like these people are going into a different environment, and then too, like, you might want to try something different. And
That's true.
from my experience,
White is right.
it's not right. I'm my
You
my
like a white
mom.
girl?
No, my mom's black, my grandma black, my sister's black. So 100% my wife gonna be
that
black.
has nothing to do with if
Okay.
you date a white woman,
But-
because your
Right.
family members are black.
No, I'm just saying, like, the understanding, because I feel like the understanding factor of my mother to my father, or I just been in a mixed relationship, and certain things it was weird because
You have to explain, and then you can never reach that level of intimacy because she doesn't know deep down. Like there's some experiences you can't.
I'm just
like,
gonna stay black
explain.
and make it easy. I'll just be easy, stay black.
That's how I am.
But I was
So-
just back to the point. I was just saying, like, with athletes, you gotta realize what's around you. And like, I didn't talk to a white girl to my junior year in college, but it wasn't like on some, oh my gosh, I just want something different. It was also, I opened the door for her and said, hello, beautiful. And like, I had said that to probably 10 other women, but it just sparked her interest.
She fell for it.
I wasn't even trying to talk to her though. It was me.
It was cute. It was, I get it.
But
it was
I'm just telling you,
authentic,
it
and you
just happened.
did it. Yeah, I get it.
And
I get
then
it. No judgment.
on some Facebook messaging back in that day where she sent me a message off a dude at the table that she knew that I knew. So it wasn't on some,
It was genuine.
I'm
It's a
living in
real
a dream. I'm
connection.
doing this because I want to make my parents mad.
So I got a question. Since we there, I'm gonna ask you: is there a difference dating a white girl compared to a black girl?
Yes, it's I mean, it's
Absolutely.
always gonna be
In
that.
what way?
Every way.
I ain't gonna say every way, but I would say it's a lot. But it goes to like, it's all experience too. Like, who are you? Because you can meet a dude that talked to a white girl that has a totally different experience from me. But like, when I go for, it wasn't like I was trying to date a white girl. It wasn't like I was looking for it. And then like two, it wasn't like I was trying to find a white black girl that was acting hood. Like this was
Just genuine.
straight white girl. Like,
But if I dated a white girl, she had to be a white girl too. Like I don't want no they call
That's
them
even
mud.
worse.
I don't want a mud shark.
oh, I don't even know what that is.
The
What?
ones that act that
Oh.
speak black just to I
Yeah.
get that.
But
Yeah,
but
I don't like them. The ones with the Air Force
Right.
Ones, the dirty white Air Force
dang,
Ones.
hey, that
I
news,
had a whole
God.
the news
conversation about
reporter had that
TikTok
on.
ruined Air Force Ones yesterday, and it's upsetting.
No, cutting grass did because I cut grass with my forces.
But no, like you know, white women, they're
like TikTok
niggas.
is like made like white Air Force Ones, like the shoe of like your like basic Caucasian girl, and
Yeah.
like
I
it's
didn't even
real
know that.
stressful.
And they be
'Cause
fucked,
they be running them things down through there, and I'm like, Nelly did not give us a song for you to do these shoes like this.
But they probably wasn't even alive when that song came out. Shout out to Nelly at the World Games.
So I got a question. I'm gonna say a statement and tell me how y'all feel. We're gonna let Cara answer this.
Hey, I ain't
Oh,
finished
God.
on the differences, but
Oh,
you
go
can
ahead,
go and ask
no,
the
go ahead,
question.
Go ahead. Finish.
All right, the biggest difference I can say between white women and black women when I was in college, I haven't done this as an adult in my 30s. It was
You don't have to make a disclaimer.
I'm just letting people know because people take this clip and run with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what 10 years I'm gonna be doing, but the difference between white women and black women, I just felt like with white women, to me, like it wasn't a no factor. Like it was like
Eager to please, yes.
like I'll just say something simple as like if you don't got a car, they'll be like, here's my keys, and or you say you be like, babe, I'm going to get us something to eat. My car's on the table. Like it's not no, or I ain't gonna speak on other things, but yeah, just it's no factor. It's like usually everything a yes.
So India, I gotta ask you a question.
Mhm.
You just said easy to please, like
Eager to please.
eager to please.
Mhm.
Like that's a white girl thing. Is it a white girl thing to be more eager to please her man than a black woman?
Yes.
Why is that?
And I want to disclaim this too. I date women.
Now, but you have a kid, right?
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, and that was an experiment. Okay.
Okay.
So we're not gonna talk about
Sheesh.
that. But
Wait, can I just ask, was the experiment successful?
yeah.
So,
I seen what I needed to see.
so
Yeah.
I got you. Oh,
Yeah.
see, I didn't know what the experiment. I mean, the experiment could have been more than just men or women, but I got you.
Okay.
I just wanted to know, was it successful? But you told me it's successful, so we good.
I mean, yes and no. It was. It's depending on
Depends on how you look
right.
at it.
I got you.
The lens. What were we saying?
So I was asking you, why do you feel like white women are more eager to please than black women?
Well, I feel like generationally, and I'm trying not to get like super hotep or whatever, but not hotep per se, but I just feel like the white woman, like they don't have to deal with adversity like we do, just like white privilege, basically.
Did you date white women though?
I've grown up with nothing but white women. I know everything.
I just want to know, did
every
you
type
date
of
them?
white person. I have dated a couple.
Okay,
Nothing
that's all
serious,
I got you.
because I just couldn't do it.
Fun and games.
And I'm not really attracted to them.
I got you.
Yeah.
So what made you want to date a white woman?
Nothing. I was being nice and like being open-minded. I did not pursue.
So they pursued you and you was like, let me put this in my bag.
I went, I'm going to go on the date, see what you're talking about, give you a chance. But it's just like I thought, no.
Okay, so since you have experience dating white and black women, so the black women that you've dated,
and I also have white friends that talk about their dynamic and when they're dating a black dude, and like, I know how they think, and they find value in pleasing, like doing whatever their man wants or whatever. And black women do too. There's some but you have to come with something. Like white women will give it away for free because they don't know any difference. A black woman, like, yeah, you could borrow my car, but if you have 3 DUIs, you're not going to keep doing that. Whereas a white woman will be like, okay, it's the last time, sure, whatever. A black woman will pay for the food. But what are you contributing? You can't just lay on my couch and not have a job. White women will let that slide more because they have someone taking care of them. Their dad pay, they have privileges, or they can work hard, but still they've got that job out of college because of who they knew, type of thing. Like they don't have as much shit to lose because there's always a safety net with them. And I think sometimes with Black women, we don't have a safety net. So
I've
make
literally
that
had
shit
this
like
conversation
quality,
before.
like I'm not going to just babysit, a dude. We're like, we have done in the past, but I think now, Black women are the most educated demographic, like things are changing. And I also think that
I think the stat is more enrolled in school. I don't know about the most educated.
Hey, I know one
they are
thing.
have the highest degree and are the more like they are the biggest entrepreneurs now. Like, Black women are just like
A Black baby,
it's a shift.
female is the strongest to survive birth too.
And he said what he said.
Yeah, I found it out too. It blew my mind.
So I just think that Black
All my
women,
life I've
they
had to
have
fight.
more patience because they have the luxury of having that. And I think something that is having to do with white privilege.
So, question. If I say, let's go back to what you said about the athletes.
Mm-hmm.
In America,
Mm-hmm.
a white woman is considered the prize.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about that? Cara, you take this one.
I mean, look at the KKK. Like the entire purpose of like the KKK and the police force was to protect white women from that idea. Like that's why, because they were considered like the be all, the end all. Like it's just, I mean, it's privilege. Like I've had a conversation with a friend of ours about the fact that like white women have way less to lose when it comes to like relationships with people who have like a whole bunch of shit stacked against them, because like Black women, like you're in some senses, my dude, you a liability to a Black woman because like you can't get no job because you got a felony. But like Bethany over here, like her daddy got a company and he'll
you
just
can go
slide
work
you
on my
in.
dad's lot. Yeah. Come on.
So
Dang, where that voice came from?
I got a question.
Job.
Is it fair? Is that a general statement? Because I'm just gonna say, when I was at schools with white people, it seemed like they were going through the same problems as Black people. I didn't know a lot of white people that was just rich or had lots or had companies that niggas could just go work at. Is it we just making it a blanket statement because that's what we've been taught, conditioned to think that white people just have this luxury
I'm going off
money?
what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, like,
well, if you go to a school like a John Carroll, that might be different.
Yeah, I mean, like we're like,
but we gotta say county
like
too.
How we grew up, like that's how like we met each other like through those type of like avenues. But like I completely understand what you're saying, like especially like from an education standpoint, and like just like the other people I've been around like since graduating, like everybody doesn't have that, like my daddy has a company, but like most of the white people that I know that did not grow up like that also tend to stick, their own. Like it's never really been like.
So would that be colorism? Well, that wouldn't be colorism, but it would be the white version, I guess. I don't know how you convert that, but like almost like what do you call the people in Margaret? Like what? I don't want to say white trash because they're not white trash. What do rednecks? Rednecks.
White
there you go.
people also this has to do with socioeconomic status.
Okay.
Like poor people have the same struggles no matter if you're Black or white.
Correct.
And I agree with that. And like, if a white girl from the trailer park and never had shit, like she's gonna value. Look, can we?
I'm just playing. I'm playing too.
Like her value systems are different. So I agree. But like you said, you didn't want the full. You wanted the full white experience. Not the only white girl raised in the hood with the.
I didn't say I want the full white experience. I just said.
I don't know.
I didn't want a white girl that acted Black. Like,
which means you.
This is what I'm saying. I didn't date this girl for an experience. It just.
I get it. I get that.
But I'm just saying, why would I want? It's like, I don't know. I can't compare, but it's just like it doesn't make sense to me to date something that is like a comedian. Like, just give me the real thing.
All I'm saying is a lot of it has to do with socioeconomic status. But the problem is when you have communities that have all of the poor areas are become Black, are predominantly Black.
I got you.
So it's just like it still is about race because it starts with the D, the word I'm looking for.
Demographic.
The disparages between Black and whites also correlate with socioeconomic status.
I got you.
So I got a question. Since we talking about colorism, do you think us as Black people think that lighter skinned people are closer to what we say when we talk about white people. For instance, if she's light skinned, she might be mixed. So she
Absolute
might
hands down facts.
she might come, her daddy might own the company that we're talking about, or you feel what I'm saying? Or it's since she's or he's a lighter skinned person, he might have access to the boardroom, or he might have access to going to the bank.
He's looked at as less of a threat.
So the people to the left of me,
and so he could go further. Like, say if you and a mixed guy working at the same company, you know, and it's time for a promotion, you guys, your resume is identical, you know, but then it's going, when you go to the selection committee or whoever's picking, it's like, who do we feel more comfortable with?
Are you saying who
Like,
look
who's
more?
gonna be the better face of the company?
Nah.
Like,
and who do I identify
I'm gonna break it down
with
to
more?
this.
Like, if I'm white and I'm looking at
Who
someone
is white people friendly? That's all it is. Who is white people friendly? Like, that's it.
And sometimes, and especially with white men, you know, this is the patriarchy. They created all the rules and everything. They don't, and they get threatened by Black men. You know,
Dominance.
you're taller, stronger, have better lung capacity, more muscle. Like,
thank you.
They're gonna try to keep you down in any way they see. So they use their power in that way. So they might. And my father, literally, graduated from medical school, and his boss would not change his pay over. He had to sue them to get the pay that he was deserved.
Your daddy
because
hired.
my dad was taller, and he just, like, they want to find some way to assert dominance, you know. And so, like, I feel like in that respect, yes, and that's just human nature. If we question and we're scared of what's different to us, you know, like when you go somewhere and it's like, you know, if you accustomed to all Black people, you walk into a room and there's a table, a new school, all Blacks, all whites, you're probably going to go what you're accustomed to, you know. So that's just human nature. So the problem is we have to put in certain things in the workplace and other things that can counteract human nature. And so, like, now in my job, when we hire, we cross out all names, where they went to school. We just leave their degree and, like, you know, their resume, all publication, yes, like where they're from, where they grew up, what school they went to, all that stuff is blacked out. And so when they're choosing,
just
they're only looking based on your qualifications.
That's what's up.
This just started, though. So to your point, yes, this has been a thing. I feel like now we're being more cognizant of it. White people are more cognizant of it, and they're valuing diversity and stuff like that. And so we're changing, but it's just now starting to change.
I feel like that started because of something else, but we ain't talking about that. We're just talking about color. So
right,
I'm
right. And we're not even talking about Black people. Let's stop talking about white people. Let's talk about colorism amongst African Americans.
No, but I
it's
think
a whole though.
I mean, that's
yeah,
the point,
yeah.
though.
Like, I don't want to get off topic. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's the whole, and that's the reason when y'all was talking about the white people, and that's why I segue to the point about seeing, do Black people think just because of the lighter skin of us being Black, it gives us the privilege that we think white people have. But I'm gonna go back to what you said about the job, and this is how America should be ran, and it's called meritocracy, and basically a government or the holding of power by people selected based on their abilities.
Right.
And that's how America should be ran.
Correct.
But
It's
it's
based on strictly if you're capable of doing the job, not
Right.
race, height,
Donald Trump
strength,
changed that.
all of that. You know, it should not be
Well, he
ran.
wasn't qualified.
I mean,
He-
I'm
he-
agreeing with you.
He
100%.
changed what?
He changed that. Like he literally.
But it was
But
never
it
like
never
that.
was. It
Yeah,
never
it was.
existed.
It
Yeah.
I'm
never-
just saying for my mindset, he changed it because I was like, sure,
You
if
don't
he
think
can
he
do.
was qualified at all?
I
He
mean,
slid on
Yeah,
in
but
there,
my thing is
Yeah.
most of the people that are in office aren't qualified.
No, I'm saying
That's
that.
true.
I'm saying
Like
what
my
changed
nigga,
for
he-
me.
It's
I
about
just
who
started
you know.
applying for stuff
Yeah,
that I know I
like-
wasn't qualified for.
And that I think that's with us as Black people, and this is a Black thing. I think our issue, and you can see it even like if we look at Facebook now, and everybody talking about Birmingham and the World Games is here and how bad we talk down on one another.
Oh yeah, we say we got don't
Like,
up.
don't like
Like you got some,
and like
we
you got
com-
some sense.
Like
we
we
got
company in
like,
town.
like are we bad? Just Black people as a whole, are we that bad to where we have to tell other niggas that we got to be
But
on our best behavior?
niggas is more than just Black people. So everybody, I feel like everybody, because I was at a party where it was all white people. Long story short, some white dude started acting up, and another white dude told the white dude that was acting up, he's like, "You're acting like a effing nigger."
Oh,
And like, of course, I was at this time it was 99-1. I was the only Black person there, so it's like in my mind, it's
So
like,
was he saying you acting like a nigga, like a black person, or acting like a nigga, you
Well-
ignorant? Because when you say
that's what I was saying. To my mind, in that situation, of course, I was thinking, he's just saying he's acting like he's not saying black. He's saying a nigger. You feel me? Like somebody who's uneducated.
I have a similar story.
tell your story.
When I went to Alabama,
Gosh.
I know.
Sad.
I was
You 2-1 over here, dog. So
War Eagle. No,
Roll
I'm 3 to
Tide.
I'm 3-1. All y'all Alabama, but it don't matter. It's always got to be a unicorn somewhere. Hey, my bad.
when I was moving in, I lived in a suite, so I shared a living area, but it was another room with 2 girls, and it was me and my roommate. So when I walked in, 2 of the girls in the other room were taken aback that I was black. They had never lived with a black person. They had never interacted with one, so they were frightened or whatever. And so after a week had passed, we were all in the bathroom getting ready for something, and one of the girls, she was from rural Alabama, from a farming town. She was like, India, I was talking to my friends the other day, and you're not like a nigger. You're just just a black person. You
What
don't
the
act like a
hell?
it's
nigger
the
at
accent
all.
switch for me.
I just want to know how she
just
felt comfortable.
Right. And so because I'm like, okay, if I beat this ass, I'm gonna get, but that's my whole life. I've grown up with questions like that. Why are you brown? Even my first best friend was 4, and she asked me that, why are you brown? And
But that's kids being innocent too.
yeah, but I've just always answered stupid ass questions and dealt with that. And now I know they're called microaggressions, but I never knew that growing up. But that was just my life. And they do look at us and then I've had another friend, her mother loved me, cooked me my favorite cookies, bought me stuff. But then when I was over their house, she was they were having yard work done. She was like, I'm so sorry about those niggers, India, and that loud music. I keep telling them to turn it down. Do you want something else? Can I get you something? So it's a crazy, I'm telling you, when I know this shit, I really mean it. This is my entire life. So they really look at it, it's almost like an energy, not really a person, or a specific. They don't group us all. If you got into the same place they got into, you're the other white meat. You're not a threat. And you're not like the black people we see on TV. I feel safe. So
but that's
you're
who they
cool.
like though.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop right there before we go any further. Do black people act the same way with you said about how white people act?
Like what?
We'll be like, oh, you're a cool white person.
No, not white people, but with ourselves. That
yes, some people still have some black people
and
still
hold on,
put white people on a pedestal, and it pisses
not
me off.
Not white people.
He's saying just black to black.
I'm saying black to black.
Look at them niggas over there.
If a black person reaches a certain status,
yes,
very much so.
Okay, because I'm gonna say this.
Almost boomers too.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be 100%. It's certain niggas I'm not finna be around.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Facts.
And it's some people that I'm like,
it's some light skinned folks on hang around.
It's them niggas over there, the way they act.
Yeah.
But when it's coming from the mouth of a white person,
it's different.
It feels,
it's wait a minute,
sounds different.
But they say it's different words too.
Now I just don't I'm not going to Lux, or I'm not, because whatever you're on at 21, I can't be around. But I also don't want to go to Lakeview District where all the UAB students are. I just, sometimes it's
balance.
I don't feel like going out to the foot wash anymore because I'm too old. My back's gonna hurt, and I'm not trying to fight, and I got shit to lose. I have to work.
Right.
So when we say it, it's because we know real life.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have time for that right now.
A
younger me would have been out there, and that's how you don't want to go, because you've been before, right? And you know what it's about.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel and also that's not gonna hold you back. We don't have any power to stop someone. White people have the power to stop someone based on what they think of them, and that's the difference.
So, question.
I feel like colorism was before we even came here.
That is true.
Absolute facts.
Been happening.
Eurocentric.
Africa, all that.
Yes. Even now,
I don't even
Africa.
I don't even think he's talking about Euro. I think he's saying even
we're talking motherland.
In Africa, yes.
like from the jump, like
because you do.
Well, they have an East versus West African thing.
Oh yeah, no, East.
Like Egyptians, like all of those people on that side. They don't like to be grouped in with Africans. From my experience, I don't want to speak for the community.
Hold on. I know you're going because that's the Hotep. The Hotep talk.
Well, I'm not really super Hotep. Okay. I'm more.
But that's the Hotep talk. But I'm talking about historically, before the actual rise of Egypt, when you do like think about the tribes, even you had light-skinned tribes. You had tribes with blue eyes, light-skinned with the blonde hair. Those tribes used to war with other African tribes because of the difference in looks.
I don't think it's different in looks. I think it's different in everything. You know, like look at Russia and Ukraine. They are both the same kind of white, but they don't like each other because of different things. You know, like they might want it to conquer because of land. They might want it, you know.
They want the old Russia back.
And like people, you can be a nationalist and think like my country is better. Without putting like Nigerians and whoever else, they're the same color, but they're always going to go fight hard for Nigeria is better. You know, like I don't think it, because also I don't think it was a social color, and basing importance on color is a social construct, and social constructs change as society changes. You know, and I think back then things weren't based on color because there was no light skin that had higher power to give out, you know, like it was like they were just fighting. We're both equal. We both owe them same land. We just want this land now. Now we're going to battle it out to see who's going to, you know, it's about acquiring and conquering, not really look at them because they're light skinned with green eyes. You know, like, no, I don't think that's the thing. But in India it is. Well, and in South America it is.
I don't agree with that because if you have that with us, and you could say it might be because of slavery, or whatever, or we been indoctrinated to believe that. I just think if, like you said, there's a difference, I would feel like if we have this one tribe and we look totally different from y'all, and then let's say we walk, because everybody gotta walk, we walk a day, 2 days, and we see a whole nother tribe that looks totally different traditions, just a whole bunch of different shit, you probably gonna feel a ways about them just even looking different. You get what I'm saying?
Reason they're different because of
we don't like them new
the
niggas.
Environment and geographics.
Yeah, we know that. We're not.
So you're not gonna walk one day and see people completely lighter because you have to walk a long way to a different part of the region.
Not necessarily. Even if you're in Africa, you got parts in Africa, and you can research this, that used to be like a beach in the middle, not on the side, not on the coast, and just changed to deserts. So you don't even the history of Africa, the lands change so much, and it's so vast because a lot of people think Africa is a jungle. It's very little jungle in Africa.
Right.
It's like
85% Sahara.
Right. So you could just walk right. Like I could walk a day out. These people stay in the desert, and then I could travel right here on the coast, and I'm in the jungle. So it doesn't take a long ways to walk to actually get a different phenotype of people, because in this jungle, a tree could grow that make their phenotype different. In Africa, they got different kind of hair because we know that when your hair grows a certain type of way and kind of kinky, it stops the sun from penetrating your brain a certain type of way with heat. And that's what I was going to ask the question is, would it be colorism if I pick someone to do a certain job based on their looks, depending on environment? For instance,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. For instance, if it's an outdoor job,
like a roofing,
if I was doing roofing, right, right, would I want a light-skinned person up there or somebody darker skin?
I want a Hispanic person. Not trying to be racist.
And those rednecks that be tan, they work their black back, their neck like leather.
They
get up there and have it together.
But it's a company of them. Like it's both parties, because I feel like the Hispanic people, they do their thing, but then the Caucasian society come in, they do their thing. But from my looks, I'm always pick Hispanic because they go to work. I know that was outside. I'm just saying because they fix my roof up.
Yeah, their work ethic is unmatched.
But then I think I'm gonna say this about that Hispanic thing. I think we've been told, indoctrinated again, to believe that Hispanics do really good work. And if you've been around Hispanics and talked to them enough, they do work just they just do work cheaper than most, and that's why they got the name or the business that they do now. Because if you're an immigrant and you're trying to get some money, you're not going to charge somebody the same amount or the same price that black people are doing. Because you got to think, most of the jobs that you think about that Hispanics were doing, black people were doing.
Yeah.
And now you can go pull up at a Home Depot and see some immigrants sitting outside a Home Depot, Lowe's, and be like, what do
You
you
can
need
go to
fixed?
Hoover to the gas
You
station.
go to AutoZone. They sitting outside of AutoZone asking you what you want fixed on your car, and because they have just a cheaper price, not necessarily the work is better. Because if we had that mindset that they do better work, we basically couldn't black people back off and saying that, hey, black people don't do their job like they supposed to. And from my knowledge and dealing with black people, I know a lot of black people that work very good. It's the
And
price
take pride in their work.
and take pride in their work. It's just you're gonna pay more. And like I said, when it comes to especially how our society set up now in this capitalist society, you're gonna try to get cheap, better, good job for cheaper. It just is what it is, especially when your gas and shit going up.
Wood
Yeah.
And
expensive.
wood and all
high
this,
as hell.
right? So when you
Supply
got certain
chain.
things like that inside of this capitalist society, it's going to make it hard for you to be like, oh, I want the black man right there that I know he's been doing good work, but I got this Hispanic that's $300 cheaper and
Right.
do just as good work, but he may not be licensed. See, the black man can charge that because he's licensed and he's legal here. The Hispanic person, just think about in 2020, I think it was 2020, 2019, in Mississippi, they busted that I guess like a chicken company, and all of the Hispanics that was in there was just about half the Hispanics in there was like illegal because they was paying them under the table.
Mhm.
And that's the thing is with us as black people, we can't just be like, oh, Hispanic. It's just I really just think it's because they're cheaper, and a lot of them are illegal, and they do good work. I'm not saying they don't do good work. I'm
And
just
they
saying,
might work
I
together on their
completely
prices
agree.
too.
Yeah.
Like it's just like if I'm a single mom, if like say something wrong with my car and I need some work done, look, 400 or 650, like I don't care who it is. Are
right.
you going to do the work the right way? And whoever's charging cheaper, like I'm
But
so sorry.
yeah, no,
Like I want to support when I can.
but that's understandable.
But yeah, that's like it's kind of
It's
like forcing our
economics.
hand. Yeah.
So let's go to a deeper conversation now.
Oh Lord.
Is it fucked up to not support somebody that looks like you because you don't have the money to support them, or should you look out for self first?
Always
You
look
have
out
to look
for
out for
self.
self because if I spend all my
Always.
money, then where's the groceries
Always.
coming from?
At the end of the day,
Like
bro,
you maybe can support them in other ways. Like
bro,
say
you
if
can
I don't
give a
have the
donation.
money to support this black business, I can
advertise.
repost.
Yeah.
Or like if I hear someone that is in the market for something, I can always recommend them. Like there's different ways of supporting black business besides just paying.
Because we on this whole move of support black business, and
But hold on now. I'm gonna support you, but I'm not gonna pay extra for poorer quality than what I got. So sometimes when I go to black, I don't want to say this. Never mind.
no, gonna say it because
Keep
it's
it
true.
100.
Let's
Keep
be
it 100.
real with
It's out
you.
there.
Because I'm gonna be real.
It's out there.
I done bought some clothes from some niggas, and I watched the shit one time.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not shopping with them no more because I want to wear this shit more than because we had this thing where the rappers get on here and they talk about I only wear this shit one time, nigga. I'm gonna wear this shit. It's fly as fuck. If it look good, I'm gonna wear it more than one time.
Like I paid for this,
right?
Like,
But
you
if
gonna
I
see
get
this.
your shit and I'm supporting you because you black and your quality is subpar, it's gonna be hard for me to support you again.
Let's think about this too. Like say like there's an Italian restaurant and it's a family restaurant. Whatever, Fellini brothers been around since 1935. They've been running it, the granddaddy, the daddy, the uncles, the cousins, whatever. Okay. And then there's another restaurant, black owned. She just got the loan, just got it secured, whatever. Her food might be better, but because she's never worked in the restaurant industry, the service and like the wait time. So by the time I get your delicious food, it's freezing cold because you don't have the infrastructure set up. Like the Italian people who have been doing this and it's ingrained, so like sometimes I feel like when you want to support black, you end up waiting longer, and like sometimes stuff is not right, and things like that you encounter. So it's like, if I'm in a rush or I'm really hungry, whatever, like, what do I want? Do I want to go with the sure thing, or do I want to give someone a chance and, like, wait, or, like, be lenient? So it's just like, I have to be in the mood for that.
So you saying it's like Chick-fil-A? If you're going to wait, it's got to be some superb service.
No, I'm saying that sometimes when you support Black business because they're newer,
just because they Black.
But I was saying
not just because they're Black, but because, like,
but that also
this is new,
gatekeeping, though. Like, if you have a Black owned business, and like a lot of times, like in our community, like we'll gatekeep shit because like we had a weird ass crabs in a barrel mentality where like we don't want to help anybody else out. And so like if I'm opening like a restaurant, like if I know somebody that like has a restaurant, like I'm probably gonna ask some questions about like how they've been in bit. Like I'm like, but a lot of times like we don't like to share shit as Black people.
That crabs in a barrel mentality. I usually be like, crabs in the barrel mentality is kind of like a dumb way to think. Follow me. I'm not talking about your car, but follow me. Because you'll jump out the tree on a nigga if I say
no, the tree.
But
like Zach
crabs in the barrel mindset used to be dumb. Cause like, well, the crabs in the barrel are gonna pull each other down because the crabs in the barrel are not their natural.
Everybody wants to get out.
No, but I'm saying the barrel is not their natural habitat, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about Black people and we bringing us down, are we in our natural habitat?
No, this ain't for us. Period.
The
like
system.
the
Right.
Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. They keep
None
getting
of it was
Black
set up
people
for
sing
us.
it, and it's like,
Right.
why is y'all even
Like, this is
get
not
hip
food.
to
Wow,
This is not-
that's you blowing my mind.
Like this is not food. Like this
Exactly.
ain't for us or by us.
So-
Damn. Yeah, you're right.
So when we talking about
We're
like,
trying to assimilate in some shit just to make,
Correct.
just to survive.
we just trying to survive.
And,
But
yeah.
the thing is, should we blame another Black person for not helping us if they got it?
I got an even better
Yeah.
question. Or I have another question.
But not
Go ahead.
saying
What's
I,
your
won't-
question?
I won't say finances, but she can ask her questions.
While we're still thinking about that, say a Black person that's made it, like Oprah, Barack. I mean, not just like rich for us, rich for everybody. So like Will Smith, or like A-list. Can a Black person make it to that level without betraying their Blackness?
It's
At
hard.
some point.
It's hard.
Can you keep it 1,000% Black from the mud all the way to the top without having to, because I saw a post, like I think Academics was saying like Black men get around these white billionaires and like let shit slide that they would never slide. They would never let slide.
I actually watched that video.
Yeah. So like, sometimes if you want that deal, you gotta play their game and like let them or whatever. And then some older people say, well, you gotta get at the table to make change. You gotta play their game first and then get inside and then change from the inside. Can you make it without having to like acquiesce to any of like their white things?
You definitely can.
Who?
Spike Lee.
I was about to say you got people.
But has he had the awards and the accolades that he deserves?
Who cares? Who cares?
But I mean, he didn't get them from them, but like he's gotten them from his community.
My thing is, you can't ask a Black person to stay Black and then ask, did they get the accolades from a white award show?
Well, I'm saying, can you reach that level? So how can you be at that level if you never won that award?
But the award is only
It's a shucking and jiving dance for
the award is only based on if white people say that you.
Because you brought up a promise. I'm like, think about Will Smith. Like when Will Smith got on that stage and slapped Chris Rock, folks was just like, they were outraged. Like, Will Smith of all people, it's like because they thought he was the safe one because he liked
safe
it.
Negro
Like, they thought
that
he
we were accustomed to.
Almost like OJ.
The other white meat.
OJ, also prime example, because I mean,
OJ
like Johnny
broke
said, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
That nigga did that. Why y'all even acting like that?
I mean, I'm just saying what Johnny said.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
That nigga's involved.
And y'all can look this shit up. Y'all can all look this shit up. If you've ever seen people stab somebody, they've always had cuts on their hand. Every Every case you can look at, when you look at Snapped, when you look at any
it's
case,
it's the force.
the force
like,
of you
like,
going
when you
through,
stabbing
like,
it, like it
So
comes back
like-
into your
then
hand.
the knife slides down a little bit. And
Yeah,
you cut right
it
here.
it cuts you. Even if you have gloves on, those thin ass leather gloves, many times of them people want to stab no one or twice, they was fucked the fuck up.
Mhm.
So if you a motherfucker and you stabbing them like that, and y'all can research this. It is some shit in that OJ case that has been sealed for 30 years that they has not let out yet. You can look this shit up. So a lot of people say he did it.
Look, my mama think he had his oldest son do it, but that's not what we on right here.
Right, but this is the part of the money law shit. We talking about OJ. Did OJ kill the white people? What y'all think?
I say yeah.
I say no. What you say? India, what you say?
You know, I'm a Pisces. I'm gonna ride with you until I see footage. I don't think he like you just said. We didn't have no
hold
cuts.
on, hold
We didn't
on,
have
wait,
the
hold
cuts.
on, hold on,
Big-
hold on, wait, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
look the other way.
Hold
Even
on,
if he,
hold
maybe he
on,
tripped
hold
and
on,
fell.
hold
You
on,
know, you never know
hold
what was
on,
going on.
wait. I got one question.
My
Maybe
boy
they
definitely
needed it.
If he didn't do it, he
I
definitely
got
paid
one
somebody to do that
question.
shit.
So
What Vicky?
hold on, let me clear my throat because I need this to be real. Because your exact words was till you see footage, right?
Right.
So are we doing that with all cases, right? That's your mindset with all cases or just this one?
Just for black people.
So Bill Cosby,
Damn.
R. Kelly.
Hold
That's
on.
different.
R. Kelly
That's
is
not
on
murder.
tape.
And there's
okay,
there's
that's what I'm
women
saying.
I'm
saying
just
saying
no.
that.
I just asked the
That's
question of the
apples and
footage.
oranges.
I just
That's apples and
asked the
oranges.
question of the footage because
No,
I ain't see the footage of none of that.
I think they similar. R. Kelly did it because he got footage.
Like,
Okay.
R. Kelly is on tape doing
Alright,
that
I
shit.
got
He got
you.
footage.
He is on
So
tape.
But they said R. Kelly didn't have the mole.
This
Baby,
is a
Robert is
murder.
going to prison.
Okay.
Like, let it go.
He-
Robert is doing his time.
He gonna do his.
Vic-
I just wanted to know what her words are saying. You got to see it on tape. That's all I wanted to know.
Victor.
Okay,
Hold on.
but Bill Cosby.
Okay, so
This
I'm
is
finna
different.
say Bill Cosby.
But another safe one. They thought Bill was safe until he wanted to buy NBC, and then that shit went
He
left.
did it.
But
They did it.
Bill Cosby did it.
Bill
I'm finna
and
tell y'all.
R.
But I
Kelly
thought
did
we
it.
got to see the
Bill,
tape.
hold on.
We
Bill,
did.
there
ain't seen
is.
no
Y'all
tape.
can look this up because I studied this shit extensively. There is no evidence Bill Cosby did anything to them women. And people like to say that Bill Cosby admitted to saying that he drugged women, which was never in the documentation, whatever it's called. I read it. He's they asked him in his deposition, when you got the pills, did you think of using these pills for sex? And he said yes. And so they flipped it and said he did it to think he was going to drug women. Now, my thing is, you can go to a sex store, right? And say, I'm going to buy this cock ring because it's going to heighten sex. Not saying I got a particular person or whatever. I just know it's going to make sex better. It's the same thought process if you on some pills or you on some, because some people like to say, I need to take the edge off. Let me drink a little bit.
Yeah.
We've all grown now. Ain't nobody ever said, oh, I'm chilling with this new dude. I might need to drink a little bit, or I need to get a little loose, so let me smoke and get a little high. Or you might be,
Let me pop a pill.
Pop a pill.
Honey,
So-
that honey thing they be talking
Let
about.
me know when it's time for my rebuttal, Your Honor.
So my thing,
Your Honor.
so
Your
my
Honor.
thing when it comes to shit like that is, you can say, yeah, I thought about having sex with this because it's going to heighten sex, and I like to have sex, and I know bitches like to have sex. We like to turn up and
Women,
fuck
you
each
can't
other.
say those
No,
words,
this is
bro.
my podcast.
Oh,
and
alright.
and the black women call each other bitches. I can say bitches. So fuck it. Until we change it. And when they say we can't say nigga as a whole, I'm gonna stop saying nigga.
My granny
But
say
until-
nigga, so
Shit,
that's dead.
I'm telling you, and when my mama mad, she call them bitches too. So we gonna be talking about your mama black. My mama gonna call you a bitch too. You fuck with her. So it is what it is. But like I was saying,
my mama gonna pray for you.
oh no, we ain't doing no praying.
Okay.
Fennec, man, she
Shout out to Miss Fannette. That's the homie. She cooked for
But
us
like
when
I
we
was
was little.
saying, it's the same thing as going to a sex store, buying something and say, I know
Okay.
this is gonna make sex better. Go ahead.
I just wanted to see the footage.
It was in the 19.
Two
shut up.
things. 2 points I have to make.
Okay, go ahead.
First, when it comes down to it, Nicole and her waiter boyfriend are dead.
Rest
Okay.
in peace.
Okay, Vic, please.
We can't say rest
I
in
don't need
peace
the
to the dead
ad-libs.
folk.
Please let me just get through this, and then I'm gonna let you
God, dog.
go in. All right. So a murder, two people, and then like it's not two people. Like Nicole and her boyfriend are dead, and then down the street, two other couples are dead mysteriously with the glove, and then three more dead over here. Okay, we're talking about two people that aren't here anymore, and we don't know what happened. Bill Cosby has several women. I think it was 40. I don't know the fact.
It was 61.
Okay. 61 different people from a whole, not from the same year, from a spanning over decades.
Time span.
Am I right? Decades?
Yeah,
to say?
decades. You're right.
Okay. And then they all said the same type thing. That was his thing. And it's like, yeah, if you need a drink to get in the mood, liquid courage, whatever, nigga, you take the pill and you drink the wine. Do not, and then, or it's women's choice. If I want to take the pill, if I want that option, maybe I do like roofie in myself, give me the option. Say, hey, India, I like you. You're at my room. You came up here. So I don't know what you thought was going to happen. You're here. Would you like some roofies? But I'm not finished. Okay. So over a span of time, everybody's saying the same thing. And it's like an MO. Then you have, if you go back when Bill Cosby wasn't the family man, when he was doing stand-up, he did stand up about Spanish Fly, the same shit Charlemagne the God got into. He did a thing about saying, yeah, I like to put some in their drink when they're not looking. It makes them want and that's like, that's almost like lying to a person, and or that they're coming to you on false pretense and you're not letting it happen organically. You're making the decision for them. And that is wrong. Period.
That's always
giving someone drugs. Yeah, so it's just
that's
that's different than people murdering. Yeah, Nicole is dead. Ain't no coming back from it. That's the fact. She's dead. But OJ there's some holes in the evidence, whatever. These women all have the same experience. This happened over decades. This is this man's MO. He's been documented talking about it, laughing about it. He's proved that he does not value a woman's what she wants. He values his own needs over theirs. So that's wrong, and he should be in jail now. And I love the Cosby Show. I know every episode by word. I know the credits. I have the box tapes. I lived for the Huxtables growing up. Seriously, I loved it. So, and I feel conflicted about it because the episode still hit. But I'm like, should I click on it and watch it, even though I really want to, so I have inner turmoil with this, but trying to compare that to OJ is different.
I just asked about the video evidence. That's all.
You did say you had that video evidence.
That's what I asked.
But,
for murder, and he didn't do it, and you said he didn't have the cuts. I'm trying to let this man, trying to give him a benefit of the doubt.
OJ you cannot give OJ did
Bill Cosby benefit of the doubt when it's 61 women saying
I'm gonna say this.
OJ did it.
This is something that people always used to say. And I didn't understand this, but it's a word. But I'm going to say the word after I say it. They used to say, everybody not telling the same lie on you, right?
Yeah.
Growing up, they used to say that, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Hold on. So I'm going to get the definition right. I'm going to read the definition for y'all.
I'm getting hot.
Turn the fan on.
Please.
I'm too cool.
Right. I mean,
it's saying.
God, she ain't got.
Hold on.
Bro, you can't get upset when you talking to me. It's gonna be mad.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad.
So the word.
You just gonna be annoyed.
So the word is called conspiracy. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. An act or plotting of conspiring. So my thing is,
I would have believed that if they would have got him in the height. This man is 80 years old. There's nothing that he was doing at this point when all these women came out that was making.
But that's the thing, though. It's all of this started to come out because he was trying to buy NBC, and that's all this shit went.
He was making motion, and it's a lot of other shit that goes into it because people don't know this too. The house that they stay in. Under their house, a lot of people was trying to buy his house because it's an oil field under their house. And he was not selling. Do you know how much money oil is? Do you see what gas prices are at right now? Do you understand? Do you like even that understanding?
Think about the
so you're saying they went to 61 women. All right.
Hold on.
Here's the thing.
This is what you got. This is what you have to understand when it comes to conspiracy. Wait, hold on. Let me explain this. When you have so little evidence, you have to have, they call it the preponderance of evidence. You have no evidence, but you have now with social media, we have court of public opinion.
Mhm.
And if I tell you 61 people came, what you call it, you can be like, just like you did. Oh, 61 people, but we have no rape cases. We have no videos. People coming back 30
Because
years.
who's gonna like? That's like me saying Barack Obama.
Sit, baby.
Like when I'm going to
We
file,
talking
they're
about
gonna be
61.
like,
We talking
Barack
60.
really. I'm saying when he's on the Cosby Show
but-
and doing all this,
But a lot of this
they
stuff,
tried to
had
go. They didn't take him serious.
But a lot of people, like, they have multiple, like, this shit happened multiple times with some of these women. Like, what rock did they find Janice Dickinson under for her to be one of the main people that
And
was
the
like,
crazy,
this happened?
the crazy part
Like,
about
when's the last
Janice
time you saw-
Dickinson,
When's the last time you saw Janice
they got
Dickinson?
letters.
Top model.
They got letters of this bitch trying to write him because she wanted to be with him. Like the main lady in the case, the main one. They got her with letters trying to write this man because she was telling him to leave his wife. Just think about it. This is the main
I
lady.
get it. Like, I'm conflicted
But
too
I was
because,
61
like,
the main lady.
because I'm all about not
understand.
blaming the victim.
What?
Like,
Hold on.
this
Look this up.
shit-
Look
like,
this
this shit
up. Look
looking
this up.
real
Look this shit
sketchy.
up. Look this shit up. One lady they use. One lady, and this shit's so stupid. She came for. She said, "I went to Bill Cosby house. He gave me something to drink, and he was drinking. I said I started feeling weird, so he took me downstairs. I didn't feel good, so he took me downstairs to put me in the cab." This is literally on court documents. This bitch said he put me in a cab because I said I was not feeling good. Bitch, what the fuck is you here for?
That was 1 out of 61.
I just
If
was
you-
asking
I'm
about
just-
the
I'm just-
video
I'm just-
evidence.
But I also think they're not gonna waste time.
It's
on-
Bill Cosby. And then
Why
look,
not?
hold on, look at this. And Carl might know this. So Bill Cosby, they had so little evidence. One of the prosecutors before had granted him immunity. He wasn't going to charge, but they had like a new prosecutor or
And
DA.
that's what fucked him up and how he got out because they promised him immunity and they went back on that shit.
They went back on
He
it.
got out on a fucking clause because they told him that if he said all this, that he was immune, and they went and used that shit against him. That's how he got out.
And so the new DA that was coming in there ran to put Bill Cosby because he was a big name. So he was trying to use Bill Cosby's name to get that clout while he was coming into office. So that's why he got out, because he had already had problems. But even the stuff that was in court document where they quote unquote say he never admitted to drugging any woman. Never. That was
Who would admit to that?
There's a lot of
people admit to stuff. What do you mean? It's
If I drug women, I still wouldn't say it. Am I?
But
I mean,
if
that's you because it's chess, not checkers. Like, homie was
Yeah.
playing,
But it just
homie
depends
was playing chess.
It depends on what you are offering. You can't just it's not a blanket statement on you as a person. You can't when it comes to the legal system, because the legal system, real shit, it could be black and white, but it's a sliding scale depending on judges, DAs, lawyers.
And they literally tell you in the marine rights, anything you say can and will be used
But at the
against you in
same
court.
time, he has so much money to hire the best lawyers and stuff he has the resources to fight this, and that's how he did get off on a technicality.
But
I don't know.
let's
You're not
be
gonna
real.
convert me to your ministry.
Hey,
No,
I
no,
got-
you.
I
But
got a question.
I'm just gonna kill it with this. If he was white, we wouldn't even be hearing about this.
Harvey Weinstein, a lot of them, they're all coming. What's his
He
name?
did, ain't he? Killed
Harvey
himself in jail.
I mean, that's
Harvey.
also a conspiracy too.
That's
Because
Epstein.
like,
Oh.
I don't think
We supposed to be
everybody-
talking about colorism.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
Oh,
as
but
well.
this
But I mean, that is
All the
colorism, though,
women
'cause, like,
most of the women white. And another thing that I wanted to bring up when you were talking about white women, there's never a no, and they're like, here, take it, sure, whatever. Let some shit come down though.
Oh yeah, they gonna deal.
And that's the only thing I forgot to say.
They
Yeah,
gonna
so I
deal.
mean,
What you mean?
just
Black women
their
did
support.
too.
No,
Nah,
that
she's
white
saying like when
fragility.
stuff hit the fan, like so.
Like, oh my god, I didn't know.
But
Yeah, they're not gonna.
I'm on the fence on
What do you-
this.
What do you
I'm on the
mean?
fence,
'Cause
both sides.
I could probably, if we researched it, I could probably see where some niggas got fucked up and black women left.
yeah, because I'm not
Oh,
taking no
but-
charge.
oh,
Like,
right,
I'm not.
that's what-
Like,
that's what I'm saying,
like, look,
Do you know most of the time, this is a thing. Most of the time when people get fucked up like
Just
drug
because their
charges,
girlfriend.
because their girlfriend,
Just
absolute
the
facts.
right?
What's
mob,
said that
drug dealers,
Tina Trump,
and-
whatever
and-
name is,
because-
yeah, she said she was driving for a nigga, and she had drugs, and she didn't put her blinker on, and they had 6 pounds in the trunk, and they went to jail, and she was driving, and both of them went to jail. She said she had to do like 6 months, but yeah,
Yeah, like I said, it just hard for me to say go along with that, and they gonna be out because pretty much most people, even niggas, snitch on niggas. Like shit,
I know a nigga.
Shit, you ain't gotta say, but shit, if the shit hit the
At
fan,
least the woman, a black woman would like write you and check on
Man,
you.
no,
A white woman is not
how many?
You're not gonna take the rap, but you will.
How many
accept
cases?
The call and put a little money on this book.
I mean,
how many cases?
A white girl act like she don't even know you.
Hold on, no. How many cases have we heard of niggas getting out of jail? Like, yeah, my bitch left me. All these niggas that get out of jail, so the other bitch I was fucking with.
I mean, that's the reason T.I. killed up on them folks and takers, because like
that's what I'm saying. Like he went to jail. The bitch,
girl.
you know, it's not like isn't.
They get pregnant and you been in jail. How is this my baby? I've been in jail 3 years and I got a 2-year-old.
Well, let's go back to the Bill Cosby when being black and him fucking with white women, right? Do y'all think he got that much pressure because it was white women that come?
And you know what? And I didn't want to counter my own point.
Go ahead. I'm just going to go there.
Hit the hand claps, bro. Hit the hand claps. Thank you.
Let's just say I'm gonna join you guys. And
I ain't gonna
Bill
join y'all
Cosby
party.
Is innocent land. I'm gonna come visit y'all.
Okay.
At Cosby's innocent town.
Bless him.
All right. Should I come and see you guys? My argument would be
Jello pudding.
all those white bitches, like I know you can get a white girl to. It's easy for the conspirators to convert a white person quicker than a black woman. Like I feel like if I'm a black woman and I'm with Bill Cosby and we had a good night, it was consensual or whatever, and someone comes to me like, India, we need you to spin it and say that it wasn't and say that he did,
You just said,
I don't think I think a black woman would be more ethical than a white woman. A white woman's gonna do whatever she
we're
needs.
more in, like, despite what some of y'all say, I'm not gonna say all of y'all, despite what some folks say, like black women really do, like, we be protecting y'all.
Yeah.
And like
I would say to a percentage. I won't say, I just can't say ride or die no more. I think a lot of y'all be good.
Percentage, because there's always,
I say about 65%.
I say a black woman is more likely. Of course, there's always going to be some that falter either way, and there's going to be some white women that you can't. Like, I mean, but I'm just saying, majority, zoom out, bigger picture.
65.
I would rather, even if it's a hair, it's still a win.
I got you. I say 65%.
So that's why I go back to my conspiracy, because R. Kelly was doing his shit for so long with black women. And so if we know we put Bill Cosby with 61 black women, nobody would really be able to fuck.
And that's true. And it's
so,
like society doesn't care, but we're not even going to go there either. So
why R. Kelly get his 30? If they didn't kill, why would
no? You got to understand. R. Kelly got his 30 because of a tape.
He was on tape.
Not his tape, because they put out a documentary.
Talking about the women, all the women.
Women put out a documentary.
Look, I said he was guilty.
That's what put R. Kelly.
I never said that man was innocent.
That's what put R. Kelly was the special.
I got you.
If he didn't have no special, he probably would still be out.
R. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was fucking 14.
Hold on, listen.
Hold on, let me finish the point. I was trying to get my point out. The thing is, fuck y'all, made me forget my fucking point. But this is what it was. The thing is, if Bill Cosby was fucking like that at the Playboy, mansion and all of this shit, y'all mean tell me he won't fucking no black women, and no black women came up?
You don't cheat when you have Camille. No other black woman can compare. So I'm gonna do disposables. To me, white women are disposable.
Well, I'm gonna say Bill Cosby the only one.
Let me get this straight. So you saying
nobody compete? Nobody compete with that.
So since he was already with a black woman, he had to go for a white woman because
there's not going to be a black woman that compares to her. Like, so he's not. It wasn't about emotion for him. It was just crossing something.
It was the conquest.
You just want some fun for one night only.
Something to not give up about.
So you mean to tell me he just ain't never seen no badass bitch at the Playboy mansion that was black and just wanted to fuck?
I don't think Pam Grier was going for it, and like badass black women back then weren't doing.
What was Pam?
But no, I feel like Pam Grier was with somebody she was with somebody crazy back then too.
But he could have found somebody, bro. That was.
I'm
black.
Just saying,
it was people black.
And there's a lot of men that are like a lot of serial killers and like sex offenders and traffickers or whatever. They like have that. Oh yeah, I'm married to a black woman, but then they're dogging out men, you know, like they have like an opposite type, but they just have that beard, or like he's like, you know, pro-black, I'm a strong member of black community, but then this is my vice or whatever. Just like Marion Barry, the mayor of DC, like, you know, he was a great guy, did a lot of stuff. He was also doing crack with prostitutes on it, you know, like that was his thing, like he liked, you know, so like everybody has their kink, or like, and he probably, Bruce Jenner painted his nails and kept his toes painted, you know, like everybody has something that they hide that they don't want to show to the world. So, well, I mean, most people, yeah, I'm sure you have something.
Oh, you see how she tried to throw that shade?
What you think? What you think he got to hide?
We don't need to search that.
Well, hold on. What you think he got to hide?
I don't know. Ain't no telling.
India. What?
It's always the one. Yeah, you don't know.
When you talk a lot, you can't hide nothing. I let mine be known.
That's actually a lie. Like you can't, like, because you don't talk about everything.
I talk about everything.
I'm sure you got something.
India, what?
I'm very intuitive. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling something.
India,
some type of
dark
energy. It's something.
India, what does Vic have to hide? Tell her.
Look, straight up. First and foremost. Hold on. First, before y'all shake, whatever y'all finna do, and get y'all. Let me let this be known. Robert Kelly is guilty. Yeah, Bill Cosby is innocent. O.J. Simpson killed them folks.
So that's how you feel?
Oh, allegedly.
He killed them folks. So, but I don't look, I'm 34 years old. I ain't got too much to hide. What, you want to see my credit score, my social security number? I'm an old man now. No.
People
She's
will
saying
surprise
you ain't got caught yet.
Yeah.
Caught doing
literally
what?
Somebody, I mean, let something happen. Like, what
you mean?
Look, and I'm going with India. I think you got something to hide too.
This nigga,
you got something to hide with
my old homeboy, bro.
But yeah, let's not incriminate him. This is recorded. We don't want to incriminate him.
I ain't got man. Look, only thing, I ain't got no job. I'm not hiding that. It's summertime. I don't got no job. I got no job. I have not worked in a month.
I'm clipping this whole section for the YouTube. This gonna be a clip. All this shit.
I have not worked for a month. What do I got to hide? My truck gonna be paid off this year. Congratulations to me.
Yeah, but see, you talk about stuff that's like.
Oh, you talking about
like she talking about like vanilla. That deep. She talking about that like
but
deep down like.
So you hold on,
everybody
has. Is he a serial killer?
What?
He's a serial something.
I'm a serial eater. I eat cereal.
Yeah, I don't think he's killing anyone.
He's not killing nobody.
I feel like he has some kinks, or he be doing stuff when he thinks no one's looking.
What kind of kink?
Talking about?
What's a kink? What's Vic's
kink?
Hey, what's Vic's
kink? It could be some real weird,
kink?
You know.
Weird.
Look,
what's the kink?
Look,
India.
All this sound good.
What's the kink?
But this, like, you know, watching like fuzzy, like people, like in rabbit costumes.
Rabbit costumes. Oh,
there actually but there is like actually like a whole like there's like a whole like.
Why is you peeing?
What is his kink, India?
I don't know,
bro. You know, at the end of the day, bro.
What is Victor Jones's kink? We got to figure this out.
That's gone, bro. Them days
that's gonna be part of the podcast.
I'm trying to be an old man Jones's with a white. What roof at? What roof at? But she don't want your ass. She want Bo ass.
But let's get back onto the colorism topic,
right?
Because I got the light right here, and I got to ask her.
Light skin.
What you got?
Have you found any privileges in being light skinned?
Yeah.
And I know you.
Yeah, she do. I know light skinned people get privileges.
Do people come into the store that you work at and treat you differently than the darker skinned one?
She don't have to fold clothes in the front like Kanye.
I hate you, and yes, I do actually. Because
she does. Now, one thing, Cara works.
I'm like, I actually do.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that mine has been a privilege though. Like, if that makes sense, because like, so like India's known me for like ever. Like, we've known each other since like middle school, high school. But like, I've always gone to predominantly Caucasian schools. But like around middle school, I started going to a predominantly Black church. And so my experience like in this predominantly Caucasian environment versus this predominantly Black environment, I wasn't getting no privileges over here. Like, them folks was really roasting my ass on like a daily basis.
Black church?
Yes, like on a daily basis.
So they singled you out?
Cara might benefit a couple of times, but she's not one
What
of
has
those
she told
light-skinned
you?
girls that some people like thrive on that.
She was a
Hold on.
She
weird
does
light
not.
skin.
She
So-
gives very dark
She was
skin
weird.
energy.
So
She-
hold
like,
on,
I'm
question.
Cara is
She was a
very
weird
down
light
to
skin,
earth.
though.
Like I've literally
India.
been told by a darker skinned friend that like I don't use my light skin ability
She
like
does
to the
it.
best. Like I
I
don't
mean,
use
it,
my
it
light
might
skin to my
happen.
ability.
Like she doesn't go in there like like with the
Okay.
expectation.
This is getting
But
good. I
she
got some
coulda-
questions.
She
I
could have
got
been
some
weird though.
I got some good questions.
I ain't fucking
India.
weird. I don't
That's
care
what I'm
that. I got
saying.
a
So,
whole
like-
ass
Very
Jurassic
weird.
Park t-shirt.
But that's what
but
I'm
that's why
saying.
we
Like
love her though.
that's why your light skin might have got knocked because you was weird. Like when white people like this how not
Shut up,
trying to
okay.
disrespect. No,
He's
listen.
choosing violence, so
Listen.
let's go.
Hold on. I'm not trying to
So Cara's weird.
wait.
Okay.
Listen. I don't want
But
to make
that's
this.
true. I
weird.
always have
So
been
she's the
though.
weird
Mhm.
light skin.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. So, all right, when we say like white privilege, right? Or we would say light skin privilege. When you take a white person that's a redhead, they get treated bad.
They do.
So that's why I'm saying like
but
Cara.
they still get better
We do.
treatment
But
than
she-
a black person.
Okay, but I'm just saying on
within their
Cara,
own community, they do.
on Cars, on the other side, she light skinned, but she's weird, so she gonna get treated differently than a regular light skin.
But that she's still gonna get in the door before she opens her mouth. If your theory is correct,
Will she get in the
they
door?
don't know she's
Yeah, she
weird
gon-
until
she gon-
you
yeah,
like
she still gonna
interact
get
with
in the
her.
door. Yeah.
But like off jump, like Cara will probably like say if we were in a
Families
line,
told y'all this. Faith in the light skin. Faith in the
That's
light skin.
crazy.
She gonna get brought in. She's light skinned.
right? Like so, if we're in a crowd, like and somebody's on stage, they're gonna pick Cara.
Yeah.
When she gets back there and with everybody, all the other light skins, and she wants to talk about
Jurassic
her
Park.
interest in her, like in what she does, like she's very intellectual and stuff. So like it's not gonna go. Like she doesn't pride herself on I'm cute, I'm light skinned, look at me, blah blah blah. She is, but that's not a part of her personality. You know,
So
like
I got a question for you. How does she supposed to use her light skinness?
It
She
wasn't
doesn't
her.
use
It
it
wasn't her that
anyway.
told me that though.
No, I'm asking you, India. You
Get
said
her
you've
right.
been around her. How is she supposed to use her light skinness?
Supposed to.
Yeah, you said she doesn't use it. So I'm
I mean,
guessing
I'm saying she doesn't
Vic said it.
predicate her being off of it. Like she doesn't. Like
I
we
got
have other
you.
friends.
Hold on.
Facts.
Girls
Hold
that
on,
you
hold
know.
on.
Okay.
Before you going further,
We know.
Vic said she don't use it because she's weird, and you said she doesn't use it. She just gives dark skin energy, right? So I'm asking both of you guys, how does a light skinned person use their privilege? And have y'all seen how light skinned people move differently with their privilege? So
Hands down facts.
So how does Cara supposed to use her light skin energy? Her light skinness. Where did she drop the ball days? Like if you've been around Cara and you at the mall or something, like, Cara should use that light skin shit right here.
I don't ever think
I really
that
don't be using it to get us into stuff for free because
and we don't have to at this point. Like, I mean, we're all bad bitches, okay? And also,
If y'all know,
I don't
she
use
got
that
the
word.
girls out.
I don't.
The girls out.
The girls out.
Oh,
Excuse me. I didn't mean.
I
Let's
can't even
not talk
see.
about this.
But
Thank
anyway,
you. There's nothing to see.
But like I was saying,
what's up with
how
this
does-
energy? It's nothing to see.
No,
God, dog. Like,
I'm just saying, like, I'm not doing anything.
first
I
she
didn't
get
mean-
hot, now the girls out. It ain't nothing to see. I'm just the co-host. I
there's
spread
no-
love.
I'm
It's the
sorry.
Christian way.
I'm sorry for making you feel kind of way, Vic.
You ain't
You're-
make me. She said
I
it on the tape.
apologize.
He's making me hot.
She didn't say he's
When
making me
you
hot.
were
She
fu-
said
Did she
she
not
said
say that?
She did
We
say that.
said-
no. She
Look.
said he's making me hot because he's annoying.
Right.
Like,
No.
because he's getting
Wait.
on her
Car.
Hello.
I just said
I'm
she
not on your
said
side at all. So
making
like,
me
I'll
get
always
hot.
go around with. I am
But
not-
you just lied on tape
I
too.
did not lie on tape. You didn't finish the whole statement. She said he is making me
Well, you
hot.
didn't. I don't think Cara. I don't think you gave him a chance. To
But
finish
first
the whole
off,
statement.
it doesn't matter if I finish it or not. She said the word, he's making me hot. So I'm right.
Thank you, Tony Braxton.
I'm just telling you facts.
that is fact, Cara.
Like,
actually.
if I don't finish
Oh,
the
now you
sentence
on
or
his
not,
side?
I don't know what was said, side. So
I
I want
just-
people can go back and look.
you
at
can
this
look
shit,
at it.
and I'm going on what was said.
That was 100% fact. I learned from being on the podcast last time. You better keep your facts
Yeah, you gotta
straight
keep your facts
because you
straight.
can rewind this one. So
That's why I said
but-
I'm on the podcast side.
I'm just, look, I spread love. Y'all know how I get down.
See, it's
Okay,
crazy.
LL Cool J.
It's crazy because I was hoping that the two darker people on the camera would gang up on the white skinned girl. God damn it. God. But how do you think Carl should use her light skin.
But to be honest, I don't know because I've never been light skinned. If you would take how do I use my advantages, like being a 6 foot black man, sometimes I'm aggressive towards white people, and I feel like I use my advantages in certain ways. Like I might wear my hood in certain places just to feel let them know.
Yeah, like you're intimidating.
Yeah,
I like
but
to do
then
that too.
also I smile, so that'll conflict because I smile a lot. But sometimes you gotta. I don't know how the light skin work. I just know as me myself.
The reason I asked because both of y'all said that the light skin, she might not use her light skin, so it has to be an issue, incident, or something that y'all might have seen.
I don't hang around Carl.
I don't like that whole concept of using. Like, no one should be able to use attributes that they didn't control to get something.
But that's on social media every day, though.
But we as people,
I follow dark women pages and
no, not following. But I'm saying what you read, like you women telling men 6 figure, 6 feet tall, long hair, bald, like y'all giving scenarios all day that we can't control. Like you can't control if you 6 feet tall. You can't control if you got a sit. Like you sort of can, but some people can't control if they gonna have a 6-pack or not. Some niggas.
Now you know what I will say, Cara. Okay, we found one.
It's
the Come on, I'm trying to pull it out. Let's go.
She said we. Who's the other person that found
me
it?
And the people in my head.
Yeah, dog, the community
of my personality.
And I'm no.
She conjured.
Hold on, wait. And I'm the person. I'm the person with the kinks, but she got a community in her head.
I have kinks.
She not denying her kinks though. She not denying.
I got you.
No, you don't. I have.
I ain't got them.
The reason she know about your kinks because she could pick up on kinks.
Yeah.
She's a kink picker upper.
I'm a kink whisperer.
No, well, I'm a ghost whisperer like Melinda Gordon.
I do that too. I talk to spirits.
You don't even know who Melinda Gordon is.
Isn't that the Long Island medium lady?
No, that's Ghost Whisperers. It's a TV show.
You talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt show?
Oh yeah, there you go.
What's happening?
But you was about to tell us about.
I have ADHD, so I'm gonna keep listening.
You about to tell them about my.
So one thing I can say about Cara that so she has an
unhealthy,
godly amount of bullet points on her checklist for someone who wants to talk. Like I'll send her like, oh, Cara, what about this dude? No, he's too short. No, he's too young. He doesn't have enough money. No, he looks lame.
No, I've never been the money friend.
No, you've never.
I'm
you
not
haven't.
the money friend.
You're right.
Oh, so we gonna put it out there. Or we gonna play.
She has never said anything about the money, but it's a lot about looks. He's too chubby. He's not tall enough. I hate his shoes. But I mean, she's just very picky, and she has a lot of things that I feel
that's the Capricorn in her.
Yeah.
That's the Capricorn. I wouldn't say the light skin.
Like you can buy the nigga different shoes.
Hold on. So you think that she's more picky because she's light skinned?
I don't think that she's more. I think that
Capricorn.
She has the privilege of
being able to pick through niggas because of that.
I think maybe in some instances she, like, because really it doesn't say anything about her. It says more niggas will try to talk to her based on her appearance. So it's probably more niggas in her inbox based on how she looks because they want that light-skinned person. And I feel like maybe she's developed more options. Maybe she's developed more of
options at.
Her phone do be dry. But I'm just saying.
I don't know what these options at.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Cara. Hold on, Cara. That's your friend.
I love her. Like, real friend, to be honest.
Exactly. Like, I mean, she ain't lying though. Like,
but it's not for lack of like her phone is dry.
Cara, what's your phone number?
Because of Cara.
Cara, what's your phone number?
It doesn't have to be dry.
Cara, what's your phone number?
Her standards are unusually high.
Cara, what's your phone number?
Okay, hold on.
On the podcast.
Oh, I was trying to make your phone not dry. This might be somebody want to shoot your shot at them.
If you are watching the New Normal podcast right now,
and you like weird light skin,
we have
India.
Hold on. We're gonna start this over. I'm gonna let India introduce her friend. Go ahead.
Wait. Before she introduced, nigga, you ain't never did me like that.
You ain't never said you.
Nigga,
Victor.
You introduced Cara. I'm gonna go to bed.
We good. I'm playing. Go ahead. I'm playing.
Hello, listeners. If you like,
they watching too, though.
Light skin, educated, bookwormy, well-read zero patience for foolishness, multiple streams of income type of women. Wait no further. You know, she has, she always has something to say. She can hold a conversation when she wants to. She can also be.
You just gonna leave me hanging like this?
Oh, sorry.
Video? Okay.
But yeah, you know,
So
shoot your shot.
hit up Cara.
What's your
Must be. Hold on now before
Okay.
you slide. You don't want to get embarrassed.
Nigga slide. Cause
Must be.
Donald Trump became president. Nigga slide.
6'2".
You ain't gotta be that. I said 5'10".
No, you did not.
Bro.
That guy was he was 5'10".
What
Bro.
guy was 5'10"?
Hey.
Well, I'm not trying to blast him.
Wait, you talking? Okay, which
Farmer.
No, he was not. Not even on a
He
good
was
day.
adorable. He was cute for you.
Hey.
Anyways.
At the end of the day, boy, y'all better shoot y'all
You saw
shot.
that picture.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's the nigga you saw me, that's not Cara, dog. No, dog.
Hey, shoot your shot, whoever out
if
there.
you tattoos is a plus. She likes a little, a little element of danger.
Bro,
Cara,
it don't.
With tattoos?
Bro.
She,
Oh, damn.
Bro, it don't matter what, bro. Shoot your shot, bro.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot
She's
your
light
shot,
so
bro.
I'm gonna do it. She's light skinned, guys.
They see her.
And she's
They
going.
can see her.
She's going. Hold on. She's going to use her light skinnedness to get you some money.
She's not.
And
no, he said to get him some money because this is the thing. Like, I'm not one of them females that like I don't like to ask people for shit, and I think that's where like people be like, you don't use your life because like I'm not one of them I will not ask you for anything. I will work 7 jobs before I ask. Like
Dang.
before I ask.
She
no, like
be
you
on
like
time.
Kevin Gates.
No, like I'm serious.
You don't
Like,
get
I will,
tired.
like because I will work to buy my because I don't want to feel like I have to owe anybody anything.
6
and so like I will go to work
and we'll
buy
never
my
call
shit.
off and we invite her to so much.
That's the Capricorn in you for
real.
real.
I'm closing. I'm closing. I work till 8:30. But I'm like, girl,
that's the Capricorn.
That's your part-time job. You got a whole real job. Like, call out. Nope, I can't.
Get your money.
That's the Capricorn, bro.
Yeah,
for real.
she's a hard.
Double
and then
salute.
she has her own business. Once she gets off her 2 jobs, her main and her part, then she has a side hustle.
That's the Capricorn
that she creates and sells stuff too. So I mean, really,
Cara,
it's
I'm gonna say
Jamaican.
that's good because when you go hang out at a
Jamaican.
party, you run your mileage up. So
now, and but on the other hand, I do have light skinned friends that say I'm going to college just to get a husband. I don't want to work.
Absolute facts.
And she knows what I'm talking about.
Absolute. Oh, it's Caucasian women that do that too. It's Caucasian women that do that too.
Oh, that MRS degree is real.
I was just about to say MRS.
You know women.
That's.
And you think is this a light skin thing that says I'm going to college to find a husband?
That's women.
I mean, typically, well, no, like from where we went to school, like typically it was the Caucasians.
Oh.
Now, but you do have a few like sprinkled that look like us in there that really like your entire purpose for going was to like find a husband. And like, I mean, that's cool, but like most of them are also divorced now. So I mean, like them statistics ain't looking too hot, but it is what it is.
Don't tag them on Facebook because them folks gonna come for them.
So, Cara,
they can't whoop us, so I'm not worried.
Oh, y'all heard her.
So, Cara, how have you seen somebody of a darker complexion use their complexion as an advantage over you?
I wouldn't say no, but I've also. Okay, in what sense do you mean use their like? Okay, give me some.
It could be.
Actually, yes, I have.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was working at a school, right? And I got there like middle of school year. Like I got to be friends with, some other folks that worked in the building. And well, one of these particular individuals was not happy at my presence. And so like some things happened, some shit went down. And their reasoning behind like why I behaved the way that I behaved is because, she didn't go to a HBCU. So like she doesn't understand how this works. Like she this, that, and the third. So like she doesn't get it. Which eventually ended up getting me fired from said job. So in that sense, yes, that has happened.
So they were saying you weren't black enough.
Basically.
Well, were the people that had the issue, they were darker skinned than you?
Yes.
And just because you didn't go to HBCU, do you think it was because you're the weird light-skinned girl and you don't, because I've been around you, sometimes you don't pick up on social cues.
She doesn't. Sweet baby Jesus.
Okay.
But that's okay. She doesn't.
I really
But
don't.
that's
I be in
part
my
of
own
her
fucking world.
allure and mystique. So
I'm also ADHD,
you know.
so like sometimes I just be over here like my voice
will
will be talking.
She'll zone out on you, in a minute.
So how do y'all feel about when you watch movies? Y'all know the lady from Star Wars, the girl. Well, both the guy and the girl,
Like
both
them
from Star Wars.
being real upset because they were black now.
They were black. How do y'all feel about that? Gotta have a lighter skinned face in movies and
Who you talking about?
I think that people that feel that way, it's over for them. Move over.
Y'all talking about the dude that was in Star Wars or Star Trek?
It was the new Star Wars.
Oh yeah. The African nigga. I mean the England. He from like England or something.
But the black girl in the Obi-Wan too. The new Obi-Wan.
The black girl that's in Avengers with the Hope and the whatchamacallit.
I don't know, but she's in Obi-Wan. I don't know if she's in Avengers.
The one that's in
But think about it, like even with like
Michael B. Jordan movie. That's the same girl.
I don't know.
In Creed.
You talking about Tessa Thompson?
Zoe Kravitz?
The light skin.
Oh, it's the dark skin. It's the dark skin.
Oh no, never mind.
Well, even how they have issues with Viola Davis, like, oh, she's the black Meryl Streep. She was like, how about I'm Viola Davis?
Because like even like think about it, like even with like when they were talking about doing the new James Bond, and they were like, oh, Idris Elba, because like he's English. They were like, no, James Bond can't be black. Or even with like the whole thing with like when they cast the black girl to be Hermione in the stage play for Harry Potter, even though if you clearly read the books and it says, oh, but that's not the point.
Or Rue in
Hunger Games.
Yes.
Like it's a thing, especially like because society has been constructed that like these traditional roles have been given to these people, but like we're failing to realize that like traditional shit has to go out the window because that shit is ingrained in racism.
So people are gonna push back whenever there's change or whatever. And I'm yes, it needs to be more, but people who have an issue with it, they're just not used to it.
Like think about Dynasty, like Diane Carroll. Like the one black person they had on that show was my color. Like
what show y'all talking about?
So that Star Wars had to even make a tweet. It said there are 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be racist. But it's the black girl right here. I was talking about that with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never seen her.
Not even that chocolate.
She's not. Well, it depends. I think it's that color because some parts of the show she looks pretty dark.
And then they're in the desert. Like, what do they expect?
Right. I don't look. I'm just saying. But they was talking about they was sending her a lot of hate mail and saying that they didn't like her because she was darker skinned. And then they had the black guy in China. You remember they had made him change his whole poster in China or something like that.
They called Michelle Obama a monkey. They've never called any other first lady that. Because she was. Do you think if Michelle Obama was light skinned, she would have got the same hate?
I don't know, because I be hearing them talk shit about Kamala Harris too and how she looks. So I don't know. They be saying she a black woman, but they been talking about her, how light skin is cracking. They said the white side of her cracking or her light skin cracking. Black. Well, whatever. But they her being light skinned, she's been getting talked about.
Right. People gonna talk about you. We've learned that.
Yeah, and then they were saying that because the video came up with her in Montel, and she was like It was like, oh, the reason that she was in a position because she light skinned and she slept her way to the top and all of this other shit. So I think it's like pros and cons of both.
Oh, a good example: the first black NFL owner.
Yeah,
she's a black woman, but she is light skinned. Yeah. But I mean, she can't help that. But if she was dark skinned, would she have been there? Like you can always ask these questions.
We can ask,
but that doesn't negate her hard work.
Yeah,
because I'm about to say
she could have been a white woman. At least she's black, and
she's a woman.
Isn't she fully black too? She's not. Yeah, I don't think she's even mixed.
The other day, but yeah, she likes.
That's the thing. But that's the thing in our community too. Like with the way, like certain looks making people think that you're mixed because, like, we have established I have curly hair and light eyes. Do you know how many times I have to explain to people that, like, just because I am light complected with curly hair and light eyes, that does not mean that one of my parents is Caucasian or of the Caucasus variety?
It might have been back in the day, though.
I mean, back in my family, yes. Like, my great-grandfather is half Cherokee. My great-grandma, I think her granddad was Scottish. But the point is, like, just because you have
saying
curly
right
hair,
up next.
Just because you said like you have curly hair, and that does not necessarily make you mixed, and that doesn't necessarily make you any better or any different than anybody else.
Well, Carl, I'm gonna ask you a question. What does it mean when people tell you you're not black enough?
My white friends have told me they're blacker than me.
I've been told that too.
India, I'm blacker than you.
But this is before this is before we realized that microaggressions
not Katie May.
Katie May.
Oh, damn.
That was Katie May.
Katie fucking May.
Bang.
How did you feel when a white person told you?
She had a rough life with this nigga stuff. I feel
It
bad
was-
for you.
Apparently, they was
That's why she got the
They-
kink.
over
I
the mountain.
mean,
They was doing a
it's-
lot. We
listen,
didn't have these
I already
songs
know Oatmeal like that.
But I mean, there was never a fight in school. I'm like, it's different. It's more of like a microaggression.
Yeah.
And like I was conditioned to think that was normal. Like I went to DC. I moved to DC in 2014, and then I've been radicalized. I came back in 2020 during the pandemic. I just got burnt out or whatever. I still work there remotely, but being in DC, I'm so happy I had that experience because they're just unapologetically Black. They don't, some Black people down here still put the white person on the pedestal. Oh, be quiet. You don't want to upset them.
That's everywhere.
Them white people, like that's really how DC is. And I really love that. But it kind of pissed me off because then I became cognizant of like all this little shit that I had internalized that I thought was normal. That's not normal. Like now my work environment, there's like, they don't care what I have on my head. Like, oh, I love that. That's cool. Like they don't, nobody is judged. But like here, you got to worry about if your hair is presentable, you can't wear it curly. You can't wear, braids and stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't know. Colorism is still based off of the closeness to Eurocentric, no matter what. Even Africans now are bleaching their skin, not to be light skinned, to be closer to white.
Yeah, I seen those videos and this shit crazy.
Yeah. And
Like,
so it's sick
I
that
love
we do
being
that when we're the real originators.
Oh.
We're the real custodians of this planet.
How did we get into the position as Black
Colonialism.
people? No, I'm just not just simply colonialism. How did us as Black people, if we all have a same consensus that we started, let's say life, how do we get to the position where someone that doesn't look like us rule us, for lack of better terms?
I don't know if I would say. I feel like they would be more like Pakistan. I feel like that's the start. Like they was that color. I don't feel like it was black like us.
No, babe. They were
I always say I felt like they were like Pakistan. Like it wasn't no
Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not gonna go. It's fine.
But
it.
even science,
They still
even the white people in the science, they all confirm it was like
as
niggas,
black like us.
Yeah,
black
we talking like Mother Eve.
Yeah, like even the Pakistani.
The Eve gene is only held by a Black woman, and it's the only gene that
Eve gene
connects with all of. Oh shit!
See, that's her not using her light skin.
Yeah,
I was really about to agree with his point, and it's
But
see, the Lord stopped you.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
You're right.
Not his point. No, not his point. No,
what's happening?
Yeah, but yeah, it's called the mitochondrial
I'm gonna have
Eve
to
gene.
look that
And
up.
only Black women got it, but they've been releasing videos of like white scientists recently telling Black women they trying to get their menstrual, like when they bleed, they're trying to get the stem cells. Yeah, they're trying to get the stem cells and stuff out of there, and that's why people don't understand this. And this is a whole topic, but I'm gonna say this shit. When it comes to, and I told my wife this, for the last 50 years, women of color have been on attack, more than that, but just seriously been on attack, and it started with abortion. Now, I know a lot of women want to argue abortion is a woman's rights, but when you ask a Black woman who the fuck is Margaret Sanger, most Black women can't even tell you. And I've had this conversation, but she was a eugenicist, and it was a woman. That's why most of your abortion clinics are in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. 75% of them. You could fact check me, look it up. And she wanted to basically kill the Black race, right? Even they recently had, after the Roe versus Wade was overturned, Donald Trump was up there, and the lady said, "Thank you, Donald Trump, for saving white lives," because abortion actually went the other way, because a lot of the policies, this is deeper, but a lot of the policies that were trying to break up the Black home actually affected white homes too. So now you have a lot of white women having abortions as well, because sexual liberation, and sexual liberations come from white women, because even when you think about sex, Black women did not think about having sex the way that white women do. That's why when you hear older men talk about sex, they'll say, well, yeah, I used to go to white women to have sex, because it's certain things that Black women were not doing sexually, because we view sex differently. It was more sacred, with tradition. So we came a long ways from that. So when you talk about abortion, people don't know this, but it's plenty things you can look up about abortion. People calling in, white people calling in, say, yeah, I want to make sure that my money is going to aborting a black baby. All these videos, they out there if you want to do it. But the reason that abortion was pushed to was to get the stem cells and the fetal tissue out of black women to do like research. When they have research telling y'all that they can grow fucking arm, those come from mostly like stem cells and aborted babies and shit like that. So yeah, they can really grow fucking your fucking arm back.
But like,
from the baby and shit.
that does kind of make sense though, because like think about, oh my god, what's the lady's name? It's the one that they
Baltimore.
The one with this, they got her cervical cells and discovered cervical.
Yeah,
Henrietta Lacks.
Henrietta Lacks.
Henrietta Lacks.
John Hopkins
Like
in Baltimore. Yeah,
that does make sense because like her family didn't know for like years that like
That
they were using like they were
until
using,
like 10 years ago.
that they were using her
We were
cells
talking about
for
that
like
in biology.
research.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's some real unethical ass shit. But
but
like,
it be like that.
But
And
that's
she
why
ain't get nothing.
that's the thing.
Well, she didn't, but
and this is deeper topic. Us as black people, and colorism is the topic, but us as black people, we got to come back and understand that a lot of the stuff that we're doing as black people, and like I told y'all, the reason that we do it because we are crabs in the bucket and we are in a society that is not our own.
Right.
And so we do a lot of shit that's unlike.
We're trying to attain something that's not even for us.
Right. That, like even the concept of money. The concept of money is a foreign concept. Even before, most people have worked on barter system. Basically, I do this, you do that, basically, because the concept of money in the capitalist society. And I say this society is set up for us to struggle as people in general. We can say black people, people in general, but at the bottom of it, it's going to be us. The only fucked up part about it is, and this is another topic for another day, is we have immigrants come here and they get better than us because they have so many loans and grants and shit that they can go get because of the immigration, but they don't want to give black people hell. I can go on about that shit, but anyways, when it comes to like sex, when it comes to religion, when it comes to family unit, when it comes to how men are raised, when it comes to like and I don't want to speak too bad because I'm not against you, but when it comes to like pushing like homosexuality and telling single mothers like they can raise men, and like as black men in Africa, there was a thing called rites of passage. Like before you could even take on a woman, you used to have to do XYZ to show the tribe that you were capable of taking on a woman. Now men are able to, in this society, marry women, and the woman makes more, and that's why it's a whole thing of this 50-50 issue and topic is a thing, because that shouldn't even be a real thing when we're talking about a man and a woman in a relationship, because you should give your 100 and 100. And we understand as men and women that there are roles that this man has to play and a woman has to play, and there's a masculine and a feminine. That
used to be, but now that education is for all, a woman depended on a man because we couldn't go to school, we couldn't vote, we couldn't own anything, we couldn't have a job. So our livelihood was tethered to a man. When I was a property manager, we had this one tenant who had lived in the property for since 1969. She had to have her boss sign the lease. They weren't going to lease her an apartment. So for so long, women depended on men for basic necessities. If you're too old to live with your parents, who's going to provide for you? If I can't work, if I can't go to school, I'm going to have to stay at home, cook and clean while he goes and does that. Now that we can have our own, we can go. Now it's equal. We can go get jobs. You see, we're in schools and we're graduating and stuff. Like, we don't need that. And so we need to, gender roles are, to me, kind of problematic because it locks you in to, if I have a PhD, why am I at home? Like, yes, people could be a homemaker and everything, and that's a hard job. It's a thankless job. We need that. But like, why would and if I have a PhD and you have like a bachelor's and I make more, it's nothing wrong with a man. Someone does need to stay home and take care of the kids and whatever. Like, why, just because you have a penis, you're better at working when when I have the potential to make way more as an astrophysicist as you do, installing AC units.
Okay, I got to ask you a question. Do you think that we as humans live outside of our natural state now?
I feel like the natural state ebbs and flows and changes with society because of things that are possible and not possible. Like I said, 50 years ago, some things wouldn't be possible, so it was taboo and didn't exist. Now with advances in medical, in the medical realm, education realm, and everything, a lot more stuff is possible, but we're still trained. We don't know how to navigate this new world. So that's why things are all fucked up, because we're still trying to use, it's like trying to use a map from the 1920s to get somewhere. Like, that information is outdated. And so it's hard for you to follow when so much shit has changed now. And so I don't think I see it had a reason and it was a necessity. And I get why that shit is, but that's not how it is now. And you can't apply those same rules to now.
I can make the difference, but I can go statistically too. But the reason that I say that is, naturally, even if society or technology or whatever changes, naturally there are always going to be truths to men and women. For instance, men have bigger muscles, larger hearts, lift more, naturally are stronger than women. So that
women are better at processing and solving problems, and
correct.
like, okay,
I'm not arguing anything. I'm just saying. So when they talk about work, when I was a guy working in a plant, and I'm going to a plant at 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever, and it's 90 degrees outside, 110 degrees inside, and I'm working next to a woman doing the same exact thing, and she about to pass out, and all the men I'm looking around are just like cool, but the women are struggling in this type of heat to lift this up. Like, when I'm sitting on my porch and I see an Amazon driver pull up and it's a woman and she's struggling to pull a box off of that truck to put on my porch.
And a man that's 5'2" could struggle. I'm 6 feet. It's some things I could reach higher than a nigga that's 5'8", so I would be better at a job that's, reaching or whatever. So I mean, that's based on.
But that's also because men and women have different body cycles. Like, men are on a 24-hour body cycle, women are on a 28-day body cycle. It has to do with the moon. I've been saying this, like, with the workouts, like, our bodies are also on different cycles. So that's a lot of why, those physical abilities are different, because, like, our bodies.
And not everybody should be like, if you're prone to anxiety, you shouldn't be a police officer.
But
like,
if we both 5'2", what if you equal the playing field? Like a 5'2", 5'2", or 6 foot.
Y'all finna get off the point. Y'all about to get off the point. The thing is, even if she uses a 5'2" male, I'm pretty sure a 5'2" male is probably stronger than somebody that's taller than him as a woman. Majority of women. It just is. It is, because physiologically, how men are built, we are naturally built to at least be shit. Even in the gym, when I'm working out with my wife, I'm 5-6 times stronger than her, and I'm not even in my working range of just being strong. And she's a strong individual, a strong woman. She would be very considered a strong woman. I'm not saying that women cannot do things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if someone is more suitable to do a job, why would you not get somebody that's more suitable to do that job?
And that method of thinking is dangerous, because they think a white man is more suitable to run a company. Because
hold on, no.
You could apply that to anything.
He's saying physical.
We're talking physical.
Straight physical.
Physically, he's white. Physically, you're black.
Physical. No. Physical with strength. That is a societal thing that has been set up, not because of strength or anything, is because of society and a way of thinking. I think that I'm better than him because I'm white. Not necessarily, we can right now can prove.
You think that you're strong. There's different things. Like, there's different ways to achieve a goal. Women might do things differently.
My whole thing is
when you try to make a woman,
but
I'm saying when you're putting, let's say it's 2 different factories, all male factory, all same, like the job that you were talking about. What job was that?
They've done studies like this, but go ahead. I'm gonna show.
Okay, if you have, you can still get the same yield with all women and all men, but the whole facility would operate differently.
No, you cannot. And the reason is, I'm finna prove it. The reason is, even in the military, when women try to get into the military, they have to adjust the criteria for women to even get in certain things in the military, because they cannot do it. That some women cannot run a mile in a certain amount of time. Some women can't even pick up 150 pounds and carry it on their back 100 yards. So they have to adjust certain things so women can reach the criteria, to the point where now they're arguing in the military that they should have 100%, like you said, women women military and men military. And the reason being is if I'm a 200-pound male in fighting and I get shot and I need somebody to carry me, a woman would not be able to lift me up and take me anywhere. But as a man, I can. But as
women have lifted cars up off their kids.
But that's off their kids.
Because of adrenaline, because of a physiological response.
But the thing is, when you're talking about war and we're talking about kids and we're talking about different those things emote different chemicals in your body of survival. A nigga that just gets shot next to you and your child cannot be compared to something that you pushed out of your pussy that you have a different type of connection with than a nigga that you just met and we went on basic training and he just got shot beside me. That is not compare. That's one. Two, that is very rare that women, even with how we've seen women and children get smashed, it's very, very rare that anybody, if a car gets put on them, that is rare that anybody can pick up a car, man or woman. So that it's possible. Anything is possible. And it has happened, but just being what we're talking about on a general sense, not just anecdotal. We see this one thing, a general sense. I'm strictly talking about things that are suitable. I'm not going to pick, and that's why I asked you, is there a time where you will pick somebody that's working outside? Like if I know that I'm a darker skinned person and I've been around light skinned people and we go sit in the sun for 6 hours, I will not probably want the light skinned person to do this job because they probably don't get burnt the fuck up. And this is because me going to the pool, hanging out with lighter skinned people, I've seen what they skin do. I've been around that. So I'm not saying women can't do anything. I'm not saying that it's a problem with women doing anything. I'm not saying women times have not changed. I'm saying naturally we try to change our natural makeup to fit the technology and the ways that we're going now. And that is the issue. It's not saying, oh, technology changed, so you need to give it time. Technology can change, but we still have natural things. Statistically, when a woman makes more money than a man, if they're married, they're going to get divorced 90% of the time. This is a statistic. Because women naturally want men.
Woman makes more. That's not the reason they get divorced.
The number one reason people get divorced is money. This is only why you argue. This is
so if you're saying if the woman made less, then they would stay in the marriage.
I'm saying I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm saying because what we view as provided, and that's my whole point of saying this society fucked us up because we don't understand the concept of money. So I was going to tie it all in. So the concept of money as us being black is not a thing. But if we have women in this society viewing what providing and provision is for men, especially black men, to equate money is going to be an issue. So if you are a black man and you're not making money because you don't understand the concept of money because you are a crab in the bucket and you always outside of your environment, it's going to be hard to maintain a relationship with a woman because she's viewing you as a man that needs to provide, which is i.e. money. And if women statistically make more money, a woman statistically wants a man to make 58% more money than her in a relationship. The number one reason people get divorced, these are statistics, is because of money. So yes, if the woman makes less money than the man, she will feel like he's doing what he's supposed to do as a man because that's how society has geared women to think what a man providing is, when in fact, as a black man, and Shahrazad Ali been saying this, women are only basing men as being good men a lot of times on money, which is always going to be a detriment to how black men and black women operate with each other being in this society.
I feel like you're putting the blame for this problem on women.
No, he said society.
I said society but plenty of times.
He keeps saying society.
No, but I'm saying like the reason you said for divorce and everything is because the woman makes more, and the woman
like statistically speaking, like whoever like money is like, and that could be like somebody makes more money, somebody makes less money. People don't discuss finances before they get married because that's a lot of what fucks people up in marriage. People do not have the conversations that they need to have a lot of times before they get married. And money is one of those conversations. Because let's say like I come to a relationship, I have $20,000 in debt. We pay off my debt, but you sitting over here and you got $50,000 worth of that you ain't said shit about, and we got a joint account. They gonna come after my shit too, and that's liable for me to be like, I'm gonna get the fuck up out.
It's not a day; it's a hour if y'all married.
Right, and that's why they'll come for the people.
That's why they're gonna come for everybody. And so, but if we had discussed this prior, then that would be a conversation. Be like, okay, cool.
So I feel like
my thing is, I don't want you to internalize what I was saying. And this is the problem that I always have when I'm speaking to women. I'm trying to work on it because I talk aggressively and I say what the fuck I say, but I don't want you to internalize what I was saying as I'm blaming women. I said multiple times, society. It's not a blame on women. And I said, we're in a society where we are outside of our tradition. And your counter argument was technology is changing, so people should change. But stats, history, science, psychological makeup, psychiatrists, we all as men and women have things that we think that are naturally programmed in us from like our makeup from
Day one.
Not even changing the society, not because society said this. It's just naturally what it is. If this shit just went back, of course, if I'm going to hunt, bring you some meat, you will want the man to go fucking hunt a fucking deer and bring a total deer back because he's bigger. It's not saying a woman can't do it, because if we look up history, if we talking about Africa, they had a whole female tribe, Queen Zinga.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but I'm not. But my thing is, I'm not saying that it's not capable. That's why I brought it up. I'm not saying it's not capable. I'm saying suitable. If I'm in a race right now and I'm trying to get the best time, would I pick a big ass truck to win a race, or would I pick the sports car with better aerodynamics and bigger tires and faster motor to win that race?
So what you're saying is equality should not exist?
Nah.
But okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
So I'm saying, like, if you're gonna hand select somebody based on how they were born and physically or whatever, that's not an equitable work environment.
I'm finna kill your argument right now. Women, understand this. Women have the most power than men. I know you don't think that.
I think that. I'm a womanist.
Okay. Women are innately born with more power than men. Men only have power when we can produce. A nigga, this is society, and this is just how men and women have always been our genetic makeup. If a man cannot produce, like we said, provide, with provision would be going out there hunting. Can you hunt? Can you bring me a meal back? As a woman, I literally can sit back and wait on you to bring me some food for me and my kids. And I don't have to do nothing else. And then people don't understand is a lot of men cook better than women, because the men, when they brought that back, they cooked that food too. When a threat comes into there, as a woman, you sit there and you wait on your man to protect you and kill whatever the fuck come through that door. If it get past him, then that's when you have to jump into action. But he's there to provide and protect and kill whatever threat that comes through that door. Like, the thing is, we had this notion that women have it really, really hard because we've been programmed, and with the feminist movement and shit like that, which that was a white woman shit. Black men in America have never had an opportunity to hold oppression over black women, because we've never been overruled of black women. Even if you look up, like you said, you're a hotel. You're not a hotel, but I knew what you mean. You said it. When you look at African makeup and how we did, African men protected black women. It was never no hate or no shit like that. No, put my foot in your neck or beating your ass to get you where you wanted, because women were reverenced just for being women, not because and we have it's perception, because some people say, well, men treat women like that because men think they're weaker, or I could think, hey, you're a precious diamond and I'm trying to preserve that.
Well, that's where the breakdown is, because my thing is, like, instead of saying, well, now women have all this stuff, and like, the reason why we are where we are is because y'all stopped showing up. Like, what do you want us to do? Like y'all are the ones that stopped providing, that
Crabs in a bucket.
you're the one that created this whole belief or whatever. So, like, we are just a symptom. What's going on with women is a symptom of what happened to men.
But I also think we have to eat, because
you saying,
hold on.
Are you saying black men?
You saying black men in America?
I'm
right?
saying, like, how you're saying, women who make more. it's like a weird dynamic and like it kind of always throws off the relationship or
okay.
whatever. Like
I'm finna clear that up right now.
Instead of waiting, like what do y'all want us to do?
I'm finna clear it up
like
right now.
not have anything
So-
because of y'all.
But I think that's where
crazy.
that's where the society breakdown
Exactly.
comes too, because like we as a culture stopped looking at relationships as a partnership. And because we have become so independent as people, a lot of times, like when you try to come together with someone that is not equally yoked with you, that's when shit starts to go left. Because a lot of times, like we look at dating relationships as if they're supposed to be some sort of permanent relationship, when like you really could just be fucking with somebody to fuck with them. And so like that has nothing to do with being in a, like when you are coming together with someone that you are trying to be in a partnership with, then that's when shit gets different. And we as a culture have stopped looking at partnerships and we've started looking at situationships. I'm just trying to have fun. And that's when shit starts going left.
Because there's not a necessity to hurry up and get married because people have options. You don't have to get married now.
It's not necessarily that people have options. It's a societal thing. When you tell people, just think of this. Most of the jobs in America can be done without a degree.
They could be done by a robot and by a computer.
But no, I'm just talking about just men and women. We're not talking about robots.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the things in society, most of the jobs in society can be done without a degree. And the reason we can say this is because most jobs, they teach you and they give you on-job training. And then when you get on-job training, the job is pretty much repetitive. It might be something here, maybe a new technology I train you on or something, but whatever.
I agree.
Most jobs can be done without a degree.
Okay.
The breakdown in society, especially with us, and like I said, if a black woman is looking for a black man to be a provider, and those jobs require degrees to be higher earners, when you look at this, is a society thing all throughout the whole board. Men in general do not like school. This is a man thing, not just black or white. Men in general don't like school because women naturally are okay with sitting down and being told what to do. Men are more rebellious, more law breaking. That's why a lot more men are in prison than women, because when it comes to rules and following guidelines and being told what to do and shit like that, men are more risk takers. That's why men have way more accidents than women. Just think about skateboarding, skydiving, jumping off roofs. Think about shit like Jackass and wrestling and shit like that. Like, men are risk takers.
I feel like you need to word that differently. We don't like being told what to do, but we're better at critical thinking.
However you want to put it.
I'm not good at being told what to do by anyone.
Whatever you want to say. I'm not arguing the words. I'm just saying. The thing is, women with critical thinking, told what to do, given an assignment is what women are better at. That's why, when you're talking about like front office, teaching, shit like nursing, like, here's your chart, go do this, XYZ. Like, that's the thing. Like, men, you
just named remedial, like lower level jobs though.
I'm just saying, I'm just giving examples.
Among doctors, women have better health records of their patients. They lose less patients than men. Pilots, women make less mistakes. So don't just say, front office, secretary, teachers.
Are these statistics?
Yes.
Okay, so even if those are statistics, okay, if you have an issue with me using those jobs, I apologize. I don't know what kind of jobs you want me to use, but I'm using those as example. And these are where everything I'm saying.
And then factory jobs are all men. They do nothing but tell y'all niggas what to do and what to pick up and what goes where.
And that's why. And if you ever worked in the factory, you understand that's why it's a high turnover rate in factories. And when you do work,
you're just saying that's more suitable for men.
Hold on. They are more suitable for men, but what you just said was y'all work in factories and y'all are told what to do. But if you ever worked in the factory, when you be in those factories, women are there longer most of the time than the men, because the women are okay with being told what to do. Every factory I've been in, I worked at Hubble and Leeds, and they would tell you it's a lot of bitches that been there 20, 30 years, and there's a lot of niggas that come in there, work 6 days, and like, this heat fucking, I'm finna go. And the women will be in there and be like, well, it's a steady income. I'm a single mother. I got to do it.
They're critically thinking. Like, yeah, they have shit to lose. Man, you can go quit your job and sleep on another bitch couch and play video games with her son.
You agree? You definitely don't understand that your point helps my case. Because I'm saying men are more risk takers. So when it comes to like schooling, and that's why I was telling you about society, if society tells you, hey, men, you have to go to school to get a higher wage job, and men are naturally rebellious and don't want to sit down into a class. Cara, you a teacher?
It's popping.
Are you a teacher, right?
Very much so.
So do you think men are more rebellious in school than women, than the girls?
Yes, but I also have worked in predominantly Black schools, and I feel like a lot of times, like, we put Black male students in these pigeonholes because
I feel like you're pigeonholing.
So from an educational standpoint, just strictly speaking from school, when you have a black male student,
He gets labeled.
Black male students generally get labeled more in education,
mislabeled
as being special needs, special ed, like, because no one really takes the time to sit down and like truly get to the root of things. Like, for example, like my brother. When my brother was in first grade, like, that's when they stopped teaching phonics. They started doing sight word reading. So like, he would read, but like, he would read the word that looked like the other word because that's the word that he knew. And so they wanted to put him in the remedial reading class. My parents literally sat down with him and they were like, oh, this is the problem. The nigga graduated college early, like he passed the LSAT, like
right,
he
like men
like
are not
a bomb
just
scoring LSAT,
okay.
got to the
meat
top
lockers that you just this goes here. Let me move this rock. Like,
But
no,
like,
like
I didn't say none of
But
that.
the original
But
conversation
and a
was
nigga
suitable.
should not just go
Right, that's
to college
what
just on a
missing.
football scholarship.
But
Like, y'all could be
But that's
architects
the
too.
thing,
My-
so,
but my
like,
thing- that's-
society
he was
doesn't
saying
market
suitable,
it that
though.
way.
Society has made it that way, and that's what she's missing. I said suitable for one, and the second was society. I said society, and if you notice, you just said a stat earlier when we started. Women are more educated than men. So that would let you know that more men do not like to go to school. I'm just telling you, it's not that we're being labeled or because XYZ, because at the end of the day, if you get labeled, you can still go and pass the LSAT, just like she said, do whatever you need to do to go to school to get a degree or whatever. But men are more rebellious, risk takers. They just is what it is. They don't like to be sitting down too long. As a man, I'm speaking as a man. I'm telling you what it is. So when you say we gave up on you or we quit on y'all, that did not happen. That did not happen. The thing is, we're crabs in a bucket. We're in a society that's telling us, hey, you have to do X, Y, and Z to become this type of male. And when you are dealing with women who are going to school, let's say you're a woman that go to school, and if you're a woman that make $80,000, $80,000, do you know, as a woman, if you're looking for a male counterpart to make $80,000, that's probably going to be damn near impossible.
I make a little over 80.
Okay, so even if you were dating right now, it would be very hard for you to find a male that you're looking for to make $85,000. And this is statistical. I ain't even got to say this is statistically. Most men only
But at the same time, okay. But that's just like when you're 35 and dating like a 21-year-old. What are y'all talking about? You know, like, I want someone to be able to keep up. Like, so now if you can't afford where I want to go, now I got to skimp, and now we got to go to Old Charlie's instead of going to Helen.
You don't
like, why are you getting mad at me? Because I want someone that can go places I want to go. Like,
that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say that at all.
We need to have shit in common.
Like, why y'all can't go in the
equal,
same?
But you gotta be.
You can be equally yoked and not make the same amount.
But if I want to go on a trip, now I got to pay for you.
No, you save.
Like,
what is a saving?
I'm just saying, like, some people can drop in, like, what might require you to save 6 months might only require me to save 1 month. And so I don't think it's about the money, because you can also, I make 80, but I have a lot of expenses going out. So really, the money I have to work with, like, to spend, is not 80. You know, so like, but then you could be a teacher and then, you know, make smart investments and still be able to. It's not about the money to me. It's about the quality of life and the lifestyle. And can you keep up with me? Just like I said, if you're like a 40-year-old talking to a 20-year-old, what are y'all talking about? You're at a different space in your life. You know, like, there's only so much, you know, like.
Well, I feel that, but his original comment was the whole money thing. You said, is that a women or men thing? But you just said it yourself. Like, can you keep up with the 80, you making 80 grand?
That's just a lifestyle thing. And
like
I said, I made a point where
that's what I'm saying. But that's what he said earlier with the whole relationship, the divorce, if a woman makes more money than a man.
Right, because now you just said now I gotta wait and save moment. Why I gotta do this? And most women are going to think like that. Like if I'm with a nigga and he making less than me, now I'm gonna be like, why I gotta wait on this nigga when I can do it? Fuck this nigga. I'm finna go do what I gotta do for myself. It's not that we mad.
My life on hold waiting for you to catch
But
up.
why?
But no,
why
I
is
agree.
it
No,
not?
I agree 100% with you. You are putting your life on hold if you're waiting on a man to do what you want to do. 100%. I agree with you. I'm not saying you should wait. I'm not saying you should sacrifice. I'm not saying you should give a nigga that make less than you a chance or
Well,
anything.
technically, we
I'm
shouldn't
saying-
say a man
I'm-
neither, because then
what-
that's being sexist.
But whatever. But
yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But my thing, I'm not saying any of that. I'm not telling you that you got to do any of that. My thing is being realistic to what's out there. So if you're saying, hey, I make 80 something $1,000, I need to find a man to make $80,000. It's gonna probably be rare because most men only make like $48,000, somewhere around there, 40 to 50 something. So it'll be kind of hard for you to say I want to date someone, and that's why I say it's a societal issue, not a woman issue, not a man issue, a societal issue, and it's set up that way because when you have the breakdown of the family, you have to put things in place to have a breakdown of the family, and you got to understand that if you are a black woman looking at a man for money, it's going to be kind of difficult because most black men ain't finna just be in school like that. And then you got to think when you are a black man and you make a certain type of money, your options go exponentially because you have so many women to choose from. Because a lot of women, when you ask women about this criteria of men, if you're a 6 foot man making 100 G's, shit, that's half the black women right there. That because most women say I want 6 foot, 6 figures, dick bigger than 6.
But now
House,
I feel
car.
like nowadays you don't really have to go to college to be successful because of this whole social media realm. Mark
Right.
Zuckerberg didn't graduate. Like who Bill Gates didn't he
But
drop out?
you
Like a
absolutely
lot
right.
of people drop out. You know,
Caucasian.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because I was just
majority
about
too.
I was just about to go there because you said we in this society and you asked could a black person get to a point where he doesn't have to quote unquote sell out or give up
and you
turn
said he
his back?
could. So how?
I
Without-
think that, but you didn't say that. So
I don't think that. Yeah, I feel like at some point you like not meaning to, but like at some point you're gonna have to.
How do you not mean to sell out?
I mean, like it's literally, hey, come be the token coon on our, like if you don't
Hell
if you don't
no.
incorporate, like if you don't hang out, like the way people, it's not a, we've established it's about who you know and the connections. It's not about school or anything. You can get trained to do anything, whatever.
True.
These people that are getting promoted and getting these jobs and getting the, hey, I know it's a position coming open that you feel good for. You have to make and foster those relationships with people that are higher than you to gotta get the heads up and, you know, write a recommendation or make a connection or network or whatever. If you're like, man, fuck those white people, I'm not dealing with that, blah, blah. If you have that attitude, you're not going to be approachable, and then you won't be who they think when they're looking to fill a spot. You know, like you have to kind of prove that you're benign and you're not a threat, you know, and like you're cool with them to kind of get in to that club, because you know people are gatekeepers and there is like a good old boy club, you know, you guys sit at the table and everything. Like you can't just hop in without putting in some work back, yeah, huh? Like it's all about that, you know.
I feel like you can scratch somebody back, but I don't feel like I agree with, like, I don't want to say the boy girl, but I agree, like I don't feel like everybody gotta, I don't feel like I don't feel like you got like certain occupations. Yeah, I feel like that,
I do think if you were going to where you want to go, there is a certain level of scratching each other backs and the political issues that come with any realm or anything that you do. Even at your job, you'll be like, for instance,
office politics,
like even Cara talking about coming in to like a thing, and she was like, oh, this is you know, she didn't go to HBCU, so they're telling her basically, if you heard that, hey, it's a certain way we do things around here.
Yeah.
Basically, you need to get with the program.
You're right.
And so that's not necessarily being black. It's
straight city school action.
Right. So and everybody know, and even my wife said, when you in certain environments, you know that, especially Birmingham City, is very political.
You gotta play the game.
Play the game.
Like, do you think Randall got where he is just based off the black vote?
We
like,
know how Randall got where he was.
Stop.
For real.
We're not doing that.
No, I ain't no disrespect, because I was talking to somebody about Randall Wolf. I said that man is making change in Birmingham. Like I've been here other than college like my whole life, and like what he doing in Birmingham right now, we could have been doing that 10 years ago. And Randall Woodfin is a big part of it.
Hold on. Larry said, look, we supposed to, and this some real
He
shit.
started it, but
He
I'm saying who did it.
Hold on. He said in the video that just got released, hey, we got money for a dome stadium and for every school to be built. Is no reason that they don't get built. Why the fuck we got a stadium now? And this is what the issue with a lot of people, and this is some real shit. Not having a dome stadium have a big effect on a lot of shit that go on.
Oh yeah, that's I feel
Why
that.
would you build a stadium that doesn't have a dome? I think they only last like 10 years if they don't have a dome.
I don't know the reason behind that. I'm just saying Randall Woodfin have been he been make like when the Raiders was looking for a football stadium playing, he put a bid in for it. Like just he be trying. Like he be reaching.
Because the groundwork was laid prior to him.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying the things that's happening right now. Salute to Mayor. Like, of course, it's always you always gonna give respect to the Lane First, the Bernard Kincaid, whoever you want to give your respect to, because they've been
Bernard Kincaid.
Maybe not him.
Look, I'm just saying all the people in the past whose names you done heard, but I'm just saying I salute to Mayor Woodfin. He may not do everything that I agree with, but I see change in Birmingham. That
it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just clear this up before we get out here. I did not blame women. I was blaming society.
No, it's okay because we're gonna take this out back and I'm gonna show you how women. We're gonna make it.
Bro,
we're gonna level this playing.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry.
Hey,
bro,
she threatening my life.
That's that kinky stuff she was talking about.
Yeah, that is my kinky. I love beating the shit out of men.
Bro. No, bro.
She's a dominatrix in my life.
It's all
Hold
good.
on, are you really a dominatrix?
All right, listen.
We gotta have a podcast about this.
Yeah,
I gotta
we
hear.
do.
You should from for real.
I know.
She ain't
Yeah, dead ass.
So you whoop niggas and white men.
Degrade, yes.
You got whipped.
A lot of stuff.
That's why shit. That's how I know I'm not no kinky. That's how I know I'm not no kinky. No.
That's how I know you are. That's how I know you are.
Okay, so
India.
Listen. Hold on.
Y'all want me back?
Pause.
It's a whole other thing.
India.
I'm gonna let him say what he's saying. Then I got something to say.
They're gonna big kink right there.
Okay. First and foremost, all of us have seen. No.
Wait, you do what?
No. All of us have seen movies and TV shows.
Hey, India. Then his face light up. That nigga face lit up.
50 Shades him.
Okay, like I said,
that nigga
it's okay.
But y'all better chill.
It's all right. It's fine.
Back to the original thing. Everybody done seen a little movie where the women walk in with the whip. That's all I said. Do you got a whip? That's it. No more questions.
Oh, you seen the movie? You want to know about the whip now?
I just said, do you got a whip?
You want to get whipped now because you seen it in the movie.
Nigga,
India,
listen. I got more whoopings than anybody in America. I done got whooped with paddles, with belts.
Hold on, we're not talking about those type of whoopings.
Listen, I don't need no more. I promise you. My daddy gave me, my mama. I got them with switches, car radiator belts. It don't matter.
Ain't the same. Not like India finna do.
No. That's dead. She in a relationship. She in a whole.
Her girlfriend coming too.
Y'all niggas tripping. I'm not finna get whooped.
India gonna whoop you, and Mieko is gonna DDT you.
Nigga, no. All that's listen. No, no.
Anything y'all want to tell people? Anything before we get up?
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe none of that hype.
Okay.
B thinks the sir does protest too much.
Beware the odds of March. Since that's the only other Shakespearean quote I know. Since
I didn't know what
shit.
I didn't know.
I don't know. No, just stay black, love each other, support each other, and just lead with positivity.
Y'all want to tell y'all Facebook, social media handles, and where people can find y'all?
I'm gonna say spread love. That's my best thing. No, that was my closing remark. She gave hers. Can I give mine now? No, I said don't believe the hype because they were talking about all that.
Don't believe the hype was.
No,
I did too.
No, that was all this.
No,
I'm just saying spread love. That's all I got. If you spread love, you in a good space. That's all that matters. Spread love. That's it.
And Settle link our Instagrams in the notes, right? Or in the show more.
But yeah, Fantastico Jones. I Mr. Victor Gabriel. follow me, I guess. If not, I'm sure y'all see me back on the podcast somewhere. If you see me in the street, say hello.
Or you might see him on a leash with me.
Oh shit, man.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Bro, that's so dead. What y'all said, Amico?
No, don't. Please stop bringing her into this.
Oh,
'Cause
well.
she's outside too.
Oh, well, she outside, but I ain't with none of that y'all talking about. None of that.
Look at his voice shaking. I ain't with none of that. You
We
ain't
gon-
with none of
We
that,
gonna be real
bitch.
serious. So these niggas, I mean, these people are tripping in this room because none of that's going down.
Okay, Vicky.
Oh, she
All
gonna
right, my
catch
little
your ass.
Vicky.
Oh,
That's my mama name.
Vicky J.
That's my mama name. Real spill.
All right, let's end this. I'm
Well,
hungry.
Oh, she hungry. Though this is the New Normal podcast.
I almost hit him
If
with
y'all watching us, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You on Facebook, like the video, share it. And we out.
Hey, shoot y'all shot at your girl.
Yep, cars accepting applications.
Not from half their friends.
Y'all niggas tripping. I gotta go out and pray.
You gotta go pray.
Boaz gotta go. Go to his
Oh,
prayer closet.
that was hilarious.
Hey, y'all niggas
Dick.
tripped out.
I just want to point out.
Hold on, we ain't
I was waiting.
Oh.
Hey, y'all see this? Y'all